Hello and welcome to episode 10 of Pinnacles on happyjacksrpg. My name is Jason. I'm your guide this afternoon, and I'm also joined by some players. I'm going to start in the middle with Sarah.
Oh, my name today is Juicin. I'm not the same as Jason, legally distinct, but I'm here to play. Kitten specifically.
They've got the juice. Which way is it going? Okay.
Okay. Well, you may call me Josan.
Nice.
This is so weird.
I am also here to play Sapna.
So overjoyed you pointed to me.
I'm not.
I am Jason. For I am French. I play many different names. Sentinel, Chainsaw, Frank.
Of hot dog.
Hi, I am Jason with an H.
No,
But not where you
Brian with an H.
Thank you, everybody. My favorite is Wendy's cousin pronounces my name Jason, which is just super fun.
Definitely should have.
Yeah.
One of us definitely should have gone for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, in our chat, we always like to acknowledge our moderators. Dorklord Canada, sitting in mod for us today. Lovely to have you here. Lovely to see you again. It's always great to have you around. Thank you for being here.
Our paramedic, as
Yes,
they
yes.
say.
Very good. It's very good. Okay, so we had a little bit of an adventure last time. Did you want to recap, or is your app no longer accessible?
I'm ready. No. I can get to it. It just made my pen look different. So
Oh,
I'm
no.
just sad.
Boo.
But no. I got it all up here, baby. And boy, do you know what happened last week? Oh,
It kind of...
It was
Oh,
kind of a
that's
quiet
why I'm
week.
here. That's why I'm here to tell you, which is that we were all called down into Dr. Light's office at an ungodly time in the morning. Did anything happen before that?
Sleeping?
Sleeping, hanging, chilling. And Dr. Light was like, I've been sending these oranges through this teleporter and they come back different. I know because I put a smiley face on it. And every once in a while the smiley face comes back, but sometimes it doesn't. And while we're
You
all...
have the best Dr. Light voice.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I'll just be throwing to you from now on.
I love it. And while we were all crowded around wondering what the hell that meant, Dr. Light had a bit of an epiphany and started connecting a lot of things together with, I think we said that we told Dr. Light about Brian's signature being different, and that was part of the epiphany, correct?
Also, I want to note that Chainsaw has mentioned, like, hey, I think you might be talking to someone.
Yes.
And like a bunch of stuff clicked all at once.
Yes. And so connected, did a lot of tippy-typies on that big old computer that she's got, and then all of a sudden, many Dr. Lights appearing up on the screen as we connected with the multiverses of super geniuses that exist.
The doctor's spectrum.
The Doctor's Spectrum.
Yes.
Much like the gay agenda, here it is, and here it is to stay. And we all went, what? And had a big ol' exposition moment where we got to learn a lot of really cool stuff about the world, about multiverses. We got to learn about Brian's doppelganger, who came from Purple Universe and is a dick.
Purple
was-
is the color of our enemy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. He was previously working with Dr. Light and Dr. Light's group in that universe, and then figured out some multiversal fuckery, exploded a universe, and then was like, fuck you all, I'm gonna go and kill all the other versions of me so I can get very, very powerful. Obviously, that's a problem, and we all want to fix it. This is also how we found out that our Dr. Light was the best and the most smart, because she had put it all together, despite the fact that our planet is not even supposed to have superpowers.
Dun, dun, dun.
Apparently, the conditions weren't right until another universe got exploded.
Oh,
and
quick retcon to that. I meant to say the planet disappeared, not the whole universe.
Fair.
One of the Dr. Lights sent a drone. Well, I don't know how we know, but like, it it was the planet that
planet.
disappeared, not an entire universe of
Titan.
existence.
Was it in the Camino system?
No.
Okay.
No, but
Good enough.
but Earth was literally destroyed.
Yes.
It's not vanished. It's not like we don't know where it is. There's a little black hole where it used to be, and it's gone now.
It got black holed, and
Yeah.
we got superpowers.
Yep.
20 years ago, to be exact.
Yep.
But we weren't even supposed to be here today.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Why am I
Nice.
here? After all of this wild exposition, we got to have a couple of conversations regarding it. Brian had a conversation asking about Tony's back on his home multiverse universe, and it was very emotional because he asked them to not tell them that he was still alive, and we'll see what happens with that. But does know that at least his Tony's, who he may be the son of in some respect,
Mm.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's what the
happy to
paperwork
know that
says.
he's alive. Happy to know that he's alive and that Vince is alive and well. And then I think Rose and Chainsaw had a little nice talk moment that was very cute. And then Brian and Sapna had a very nice talk moment where Brian was like, I am guilty for things which I could not control. And Sapna was like,
Yeah.
no, you're not. But nicer and gentler.
Yeah.
And it was great.
Was it though?
That was not being nice and gentle.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Like, in some ways, I wish I had Sapna in my life, but I'm also kind of glad I don't,
I'm
exactly.
terrified of that love.
Good
Yeah.
and scary.
Yes.
And then sound the alarm. Wee woo, wee woo. There's a crisis.
Canonically, that is our alarm.
But it's not a siren, it's somebody saying wee woo, wee woo, wee
there's a
woo into it.
crisis.
Yeah.
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 That's actually that person's superpower.
It's Dr. Light's AI. It just comes over the speaker like, wee woo, there's a crisis.
I love that.
like
That's
Roy
the
Kent
only
going,
AI we
"Whistle."
trust.
Yes. We so.
It's the cow level in Diablo 2.
Yes. And 3 and 4.
So good. Turns out the Mechanist, who is an old villain from Chainsaw's time as Alpha Patriot, is back and better than ever, baby, because he's taken over an island, and who has to go fix it but us? The as to herefore unnamed supergroup under the watchful eye of Green Streak. So we get on a plane and we go, baby. We go right over there and we
Oh,
go to
yeah.
fight the Mechanist. And lots of things happen in this fight. We find out that the Mechanist has a son, which is probably why he's been, well, a child. I don't know if we know. Do we know gender shit?
Yeah.
Yes, a son.
Yeah.
Son of Mechanist.
Son of Mechanist, and we had to fight both of them.
Mechanisovich.
Yes.
Mechanist.
Russian literature, big passion of mine. Anyway, we fight. We win.
We all ask ourselves how Green Streak made it this far, if this is his...
Green streak, buddy.
I also like I don't want to totally undo that. I realized I started like looking at I was like started to work on a character sheet for him, and I was like, oh, I've been doing this wrong. Like, he's way more powerful than I've been playing him because I didn't want him to just like come in and steal a scene. And then, but like for him to be at what I'm thinking of as pinnacle level, I've made some mistakes. So I want his like 5-1s to stand. That was
Sure,
awesome,
sure.
great
That's just
moment.
what it's gotta
It doesn't
be.
matter how fast you are when you stick your hand in a transformer without permission.
Optus Prime Blood.
Yeah.
No Green Streak.
Oh, God.
Very good.
But it's just a soft retcon on the like general incompetence vibe.
Sure. Yeah, that's very fair.
That's fair.
He knows his limits better than that, I guess
Yeah.
is what we're
Yeah.
saying
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Makes
That's
a lot
the-
of sense.
But just looking it over, I was like, oh.
So I don't need to sit down and have a stern talk with Green Streak. is
No,
what
no,
you're
no.
saying.
No, he has like 5 wiggle dice in
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my
like
god.
his main power.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did it wrong.
He's a big boy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a pinnacle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he has like a bunch of free multi-actions he can do, and it just like he's everywhere he wants to be.
Right.
So that was a little retcon I wanted to add in, but
Makes a lot
please
of sense.
take
That's
it away.
very fair. Notable things that happened. Caduceus Kit's alter ego did have to dip into Basewell in order to keep healing people.
But otherwise, nothing weird happened with them. Him.
And he did not give people superpowers or turn someone into a bird. None of that happened. It did happen. I would never lie to you. And we also punched the hell out of the Mechanist. And when we finished it all up, now we're gonna have the media there. And
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
and
It's everyone's favorite RPG moment, the press conference.
the press conference
junket.
is here. We have to talk to the media. Caduceus is a little fucking up because people are worshiping him.
People
And-
here in this current location.
Yes,
Yeah.
In Greece.
in
Yes.
Greece.
Far, far away from the little, like, strip mall gathering spot of Seattle.
Oopsies. Oopsies.
Oh no.
And there was a very sad moment where Sapna was like, "We're gonna be okay," and they held out their hand, a silent scream, and then Caduceus was like, "Rah, rah, rah," and that's where we ended.
And Silent Scream, like, did that thing? Or are you like, scratch the back of your
Wasn't
ear?
gonna stick your
'Cause,
hand
like,
anyway.
that wasn't what I was going for anyway. I don't know what
I
you're
was
talking
just
about.
stretching.
Yep. Okay.
Anything I
So,
missed?
Brian unleashed his torpedo punch.
Oh,
Brian
yeah.
has torpedo
Yeah.
Oh, that's
punch,
right.
Yeah.
which took out the Mechanist's son, correct?
Yeah.
and it
Yes.
turned out what we thought it was a superhero colored skin was actually like a second skin
Yes, the
material
acid rain skin.
and has ripped through now.
Yeah. And now Brian has this really cool revelation of like, I don't need to hold back because there's no acid rain in this multiverse. Pow! And it was very cool.
Not yet, anyway.
Thought we decided that at least ours had fixed climate change.
Oh yeah. A bunch of climate change we're on the right track, right?
We're killing it.
There
This
are
is the
enough
best
like
timeline.
there are enough like weather superpowers and other folks just like, oh, let's rebuild a bunch of this ice that we need to maintain our currents and wind systems and
Yay.
never
You
mind.
know, like, just give me my fantasy.
Yeah.
Yes. Let me live in this world.
Anger rising.
All right. So, we don't really have to go word for word through the press conference, but I do need to know. So, for instance, Rose and Green Streak would like all four of you for a photo op. Silent Scream.
Yeah.
No option for that at all. Okay. What about everyone else?
Yeah, I'll do a picture.
Where's Silent Scream?
Excitedly,
Just not
but
there.
Trying to play it cool.
Okay.
Brian's doing it begrudgingly. He doesn't really want to do it,
Okay.
but the adults say he has to.
Well, they asked him to.
The adults say he has.
Okay.
That's the vibe he's
Okay.
taking.
All right.
It's real.
So, is there anything that you know, if the reporters came around and were asking awkward questions, is there anything? What question would you not want your character to have to answer?
Oh boy.
That's something.
I mean, I'm sure that somebody's like, what do you think about, would you like to make a statement about the new church that's being founded in your name?
Caduceus.
Oh, God.
So, Chainsaw's like, I've been at the head of this stuff before. I can take the questions. They immediately go to Caduceus.
No! Oh, my God.
Do you have any comment on people claiming that you're a second coming deity demigod of some kind and that you're here to make everyone's lives better and powers more powerful?
What kind of a comment could I have on that? Sorry, no comment, no.
Absolutely not.
Then a much more like composed reporter, and their badge says Teen Vogue.
Thank you, team.
Yes.
Says,
Hero.
Our finest news source.
Caduceus, is there any truth that you have been enhancing people's powers?
I think that there's been an article published that speaks to that very clearly. So I don't understand why I'd have to talk about it anymore here. But Sentinel here did a great job in the fight, and you'd love to talk to him.
So there's a little
Get away from me!
there's a little hubbub.
Yeah.
There's is it cool if Green Streak like puts his hand on your shoulder of like not like to get you to do anything, but just like
no,
a
yeah,
squeeze?
I think so.
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah.
Because I know it didn't go great when Invisible Woman tried to hug you. But
You can like feel like Green Streak can absolutely do it, and just like feels the like. I honestly think a little bit of muscle like pops up in there, like even
Flex.
stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
cool.
Yeah.
So Sentinel, what would be an awkward question to come up directed to you?
It would definitely be Alpha Patriot related,
Yeah.
and where the fuck have you been?
Yeah. What's it like to be back in the limelight? Are you, yeah. Well, which question do you want to have to face? Where have you been? Are you happy to be back from retirement? Did you retire?
Did you wait so long to come back into a publicly facing superhero team because of what happened to your last team?
Ooh. There we go. That's it.
Yikes.
Take an XP.
Yeah.
Just do my job for me.
Half missed that question though. So
Did,
shocking.
did you wait so long to return to superhero life with a team because of what happened with your last team?
I'm gonna roll that thing that they always roll.
Stability.
That's the one.
Sure. And they even include, so I think there's inherently a little bit of a hesitation at the
Yeah.
question, right? So then the reporter includes the day and date of the attack on the Federal Reserve in New York, of like, because of what happened this day to your team from the villain Citadel.
Oh boy.
Who has never been captured?
In case you weren't sure what I was asking
Here's
about.
footage of
It's
that
good
day.
to be specific.
2 zeros.
Oh, double 10.
Yay.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
so
So, say, look him right in the eye and say, "Yes, I did." That day was very traumatic for all of us. I've been keeping. I don't know. Is this my voice? I can't.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
I've been keeping off the radar, just moving around. But I finally found a place, a group of people worth standing up with again.
What's it like having Green Streak as your leader?
Green Streak is a phenomenal leader, knows so much about all the ins and outs, and is able to keep his eye on threats around the world and gives us the resources to fight them.
That's great. Thank you. Brian?
It would probably be something related to, do you have anything to say for the folks back home in Green Lake and Tony's or something like that?
Yeah. We know,
I'm like local hero, like,
yeah.
yeah, this is my first big
Yeah,
outing.
we know about your, I think they phrase it in terms of like your local affiliation and sponsorship, that like as if Tony's is your sponsor. And, yeah, do you have anything to say for the folks back home now that you've expanded your area of operation to work with Green Streak's team?
I need to roll stability.
Okay.
A lot has been happening to Brian.
Now that you've gone global.
Yeah.
Let me see. What my I think I have like a crazy amount, don't I? In stability? Oh, there it is. 9 dice in stability.
Oh
Here we
man,
go.
you got more than me.
Wow.
Let's see.
Stability is also sometimes the kind of thing where I might set a target number of like, you need a pair of 5s or better, or that
Uh-oh.
A
type
lot
of
of
thing.
sense. Oh,
I have 3 6s.
Well, that's fine.
okay.
Yeah, that's a
I
success.
think that's
It's the devil's success.
Yes.
the devil's own success.
Yeah.
You're briefly possessed by a demon who makes you very chill.
So, Brian takes a deep breath and centers himself, and he immediately thinks about his Tony, the one from his home that he just found out is still alive. And then he thinks about the Tony that's been lost here, and it's like this war that he can't settle right now. But he tries to channel what Tony would want him to say. and he says, "There's one thing that I will always remember from my time in Green Lake, and it's that we're always stronger together. When we don't turn our backs against each other when we need help, that's when we're the strongest. And wherever I go with Tony's in my heart."
Okay. Cool.
That's so beautiful, and I love the concept of a journalist who thinks that this is your official sponsor, and you're being like, they're in my heart, and they're like, that's not sponsorship, but
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, didn't realize that the torpedo shop had that kind of like advertising capital.
Yeah.
That's a lot
Yeah.
of money.
Get the money to pay this guy.
Those must be some damn good torpedoes.
It's also at this point we have to come to a final decision as a group about the team name. There was a fairly lively discussion on
There was.
Discord.
I loved it.
And one of the things that floated to the top for me was the Green Lake Guardians, because I like the idea of getting Green Lake or something about where you all met in there, that common denominator. But Enge, I know you weren't thrilled about that option.
I mean, I don't dislike it.
Okay. I also like that it could be like a GG situation,
Oh,
you know?
You could have them
GG.
facing opposite directions
Yeah.
as a logo.
Yeah, so like a Chanel.
Oh, yeah.
type
And then
of-
we could like. Hey.
Yeah.
I'm doing a thing with my hands right now for those of you listening to the podcast. That's
could vaguely
really
be
awkward.
interpreted as a
Now we got to do like the thing where it's like we lean
Yeah,
in.
there we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Takes two.
yeah.
Sapna's not.
Someone's not even doing interviews, so
Never thought for a moment that she might.
Because silent scream is a very specific skill set.
Yeah.
They're silent. What do you Silent Scream can't do an interview?
it's true. That's true. Would you be available even not even for like the pictures or anything? No? Okay.
They don't want to be known
Yeah.
by the general public.
That's fine.
They're in the background, baby.
I mean, you know there's a ton of footage of you fighting. Okay.
But in terms of like as a public figure, and part of this is that the best way to keep a secret identity is not to go out and like broadcast like your personality and your thoughts and like make yourself a bigger target to people.
Okay.
But also, the less people know about them, the more effective they can be.
Mm.
Very big.
Okay.
And so it's less like even a publicity thing for Sapna, although Sapna does not need
Yeah.
publicity,
Yeah.
as it is like they still see themselves as someone who can do more covert shit
Mm.
for this team.
So,
But now they're the drummer in sunglasses
but it's
with the
cool.
mystique.
so it's, but it's all right that like Green Streak is going to name Silent Scream as part of the team, right? Like they're going to ask him if you're part of the team. So,
I mean, if directly asked, I don't want Green Streak to lie.
yeah. Okay.
Or, okay. That's a lie. It
But
would be
he's
nice
not
if
gonna.
Green Streak would lie, but Sapna and Silent Scream both know that he's not going to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like,
And would probably be bad at it.
yeah. So it's like realizing that he won't lie, like just don't bring it up unprompted.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there is one like side question of like, can you confirm the members of your team, you know, all these folks, and he goes into that and is like shoulder to shoulder with Sentinel the whole time of like, you know, we're really working together. It's very much laid out as if like Sentinel is kind of the lieutenant of this team. Not that there's ranks or anything, but you know, it definitely
He's like the quarterback.
yeah. So the of the interview and Milos, you know, at the end of all that, that is the overall vibe. You're all introduced as members of Green Lake Guardians until we come up with something better, and that will. I think that's pretty much the whole interview scene.
Mm-hmm.
Are we good with that?
Yeah.
Sounds
Great.
good.
Okay.
Brian's been hiding his exposed human hand the whole time.
Okay.
He feels very weird about this.
Okay. That's fine. You'll have to decide. Now it'll repair itself, right?
Yeah,
so you're gonna
have to rest.
You're not gonna like tear that off.
No,
You're
I have
gonna...
to like once I recharge my powers, it'll come back.
Okay, cool.
Neat.
Yeah. So speaking of recharging, I would like to push us forward a little bit. There is. I see this as the team is taking off. There's a lot, and actually, what I'm thinking of is there are a lot more local stuff in there, local events. We went all the way out to Greece because that was a big like show-stopping thing to show up and do. But most Pinnacles work within a region, right? And there was probably some European hero who was like, "Hey." All right, but where were you, buddy? Like, you.
Again,
Bro,
then we'll
this is
talk.
my territory.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
How many hours did it take us to get here?
right. You weren't here, so we did it. But that being said, the Pacific Northwest is really more of the kind of environment you're talking about. I also realized that how many dice do you have in your flight power?
7.
Yeah, so you're on, and Sentinel, what do you have in your movement power?
6 with a hard die and a wiggle die.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, you're like 12 or 1600, you're 800. Yeah, so you're like practically breaking the sound barrier. You're right at the speed of sound because you're using sound to propel yourself. So it'd be wild. Like, can you break the sound barrier? No.
I
No,
am
it doesn't.
sound.
Yeah. But you can travel at 600 miles an hour.
Tight.
Both of you sort of can, like, well, we know you can. I know Brian isn't technically fast, but is capable of
I can run for a while.
fast travel. And it also occurred to me that you could assign your dice to body and
Oh, yeah.
make yourself a very fast runner. Probably not 600 miles an hour because we've talked about your power being like essentially within limits of what is physically
It's
possible.
people stuff.
Peak human.
Yeah. And even beyond peak human a little bit, like if it's, we're making cheetah legs and,
Right.
whatever else.
Mm.
There's
body.
certainly within, like there's some wiggle
Do
room.
animal things now? It's complicated.
Yeah, I don't think you have.
No. I think that it's like there are certain things that are animal-esque that I can do, but it's not like form of cheetah. It's
Right.
like I've noticed that a monkey has long arms.
Yeah.
I can make my arms long.
It's-
like
It's
that.
the first stage of the Animorphs cover where
Yes.
Okay. Cool. So we what I would like to do is have everyone, but I'm going to skip ahead a few months, right? It was, I think we were getting into June if we were like measuring the days, right? Because we started in May and it's only been like a month since 2 times and the Flusher and Sharkman attacked the May Day celebration. It's barely been 4 weeks, right? So we're mid-June, and now we're, hitting the world stage as a big team, still focused on the Pacific Northwest. But what I would like to do is have a montage of capers that we have been on. And what I would love to do is have everyone go around, and I can bullshit more if you need time to think about it. But I'd like to have everyone go around and describe an adventure that everybody went on, but your character shoninated? Shined. Shined?
Yes.
Shoninated.
Both.
Yeah.
Shined and shoninated.
Yeah, okay. And so I would like to hear
Temporarily.
4 different capers.
Yes.
Right? And then the caper you're describing is like, and Kit in this adventure did blah 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 blah, right? And that was why you were able to take the spotlight. Now it's okay that Silent Scream isn't going to take the spotlight, but it is still like you took over, did something notable that we all know about,
Oh yeah, that's what I figured it was.
and that's fine.
It's like for this adventure, as we go through this montage, you get the scene of each person.
Yes, yeah. So does anyone have a caper in the cannon ready to go? Okay.
Got one. I don't think mine's as much as like, oh my god, we stopped a superhero. I think it's more like, we're Pacific Northwest. You know what happens there a lot? Natural disasters. And so I think there was something that was like an earthquake that caused some like wildfires in an area, and we got called in to help with a lot of the fallout. And as Caduceus is both getting stronger, getting more control over his powers, probably was able to get in and help out at local hospitals, but also in places where maybe paramedics couldn't get into and help people out, and also was able to clock some people with some powers who would have been helpful in the situation and been like, this is really bad, and like actually upped their powers so that they could help out. So it was a very new situation of actually intentionally doing something with people's consent so that they could help out and minimize casualties.
Okay. Great.
I think so. Starts off, it's dark. You hear the sounds of like fighting and a boom, like almost like a nuclear blast boom, like a Negasonic
Yes.
Yeah.
warhead boom in the background, and things shake a little bit, and then like out of the darkness, you see like some cracks start to form, like lights go through, and a piece of the wall comes away. You're able to see the rest of the room, and Silas Scream puts a tuning fork back in wherever they keep that thing, and walks in. The scene is a vault, and there's like some weird shit in here, and they're looking around. They're looking around.
What weird? Like leather masks or
like,
guns
like
or?
it's weird tech, and it's a mix of like weird tech and things that look like almost like trophies, and then like regular stuff like money and gold.
Sure.
Because what vault is a vault without money and gold?
Sure. Yeah.
And then they look around, and the camera points to, in the corner, there is, that's it. And it is like it looks kind of like like an old school Star Trek phaser.
Okay.
And they pick it up, and they pocket it, and then they kind of look around again. And they pocket a couple of other things.
Yeah.
And then in
One
their...
gold ingot isn't gonna go missing, you know. Like,
I missed it.
And they, MacGuffin acquired, disengage, and back into their hole.
okay. Is that just? Do I need to know about this phaser more? Do I need more information?
That's up to you.
Do you have it, or was it turned into somebody?
The phaser was the mission objective.
Okay, so that was returned to some research lab or
Yes.
something. Okay.
Some research lab, Dr. Light.
Oh, no.
I mean, Dr. Light, I feel like was the one who sent us on that one to retrieve the stolen item.
It would be really hard to steal something from her lab, but maybe someone she knows, like a scientific colleague, had a
This
situation.
is literally Chekhov's phaser.
Yeah.
By the rules of
What have you
script
done?
writing,
Yes.
by the third act,
Yeah.
the engineering officer has to use that phaser
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah, that is a fact.
I'm just saying.
Guys, you got any thoughts? I know I sprung this on you, so
I have an idea. There's some terrorist group out at sea. They've got missiles, and they shoot one towards Seattle as they're being taken out by a couple of the other people. But Brian and I are in our special jet thing. I can't remember what kind of plane.
yeah. Well, we had a jet borrowed.
Yes.
It's we would probably not be able to use that specifically, but we can get you out
We're
there
in
some way.
some sort of flying vehicle that
Sure.
goes fast, and as the missile's coming towards us, Brian fastball specials me at the
Yeah.
missile. I collide with it; it explodes, sending me down into a nearby forest, just through all these trees. The trucks show up, and I just come walking out, just steaming and
Yeah,
like
love
smoking with a cigar.
it. Love it.
I love it when plan comes together.
That's great.
For Brian, I think this was a mission where there was a lot of collateral damage. There's fire, there's ruin, there's buildings collapsing. the big threat was like, it's fine. Like we took him out. That was no problem for us. But Brian keeps hearing people, oh my God, my dog's still in there. And Brian's like, I'll get him. And he's like going back in.
Brian's
and
like, it's okay, pets are invincible.
He goes back in and he goes through the fire and none of it hurts him. So he just goes in, gets the puppy out, and then he hears, my 1987 collection of baseball cards is in there, and that was from my grandfather, and that's all I have of him. And it's like, don't worry. And Brian goes back. And it's just like hours of this.
Several times of like trudging back through this mess. Yeah.
I got it.
But the media spins it as like the tireless teal crusader.
Yeah. Tireless teal crusader. That's good. I love that.
I love that so much.
Okay.
At some point, Sapna's gonna get some revenge on people who were misusing your
Yeah.
good nature.
I had a portion there.
It's like, thwack.
Blackened with soot from head to toe.
Yeah.
Okay, so my beanie babies.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's good. So that's great. Everyone take 3 XPs for that. I appreciate you coming up with something on the spot like that. And we will. And that's our game. Good job,
Hi, everybody.
Huzzah!
Not even close. For folks listening live, you may want to stick around. There is a surprise coming in a little while.
so
We've got a special multimedia presentation for you,
Oh.
but not yet. You can't have it yet. You haven't been good enough. So we'll have to get there. The part I want to pick up with today is, we're all back at. We could even be in Green Lake for a little bit. You all have like apartments and stuff, and it's pretty easy to get you all back and forth now. Like, we don't have to do the 3-hour drive. Either Green Street can come and pick you up, literally, or you could carry somebody, right? Like, you can go 600 or 800 miles an hour, something like that now. Like,
I just have a little red wagon that I drag behind.
Chainshaw's is constantly taking Kit back and forth to their shifts.
Oh, I'm really late.
Oh my god.
so is Kit keeping up their not internship, residency?
Yes, because I'm keeping to this is the one place that I'm like, fantasy? No. You signed on with that hospital. You're contractually obligated.
Yep.
Yep.
I like
And
that.
morally obligated.
That's also it.
And Heatherly obligated.
Heatherly obligated. That's
so
important.
how's that going?
I think it's going well.
Uh-huh.
I think there was maybe like a brief actual rough period right after that fight that we had because Kit was very like fucked up because they also found out about the church in that time and they were like, I'm not safe. But I wouldn't say that they're doing amazing now, but they're over it enough to be like, I'm an idiot.
Sure.
Like, you're amazing. I'm gonna, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the intervening time with all these adventures the capers you all discovered, I do want to mention that Rose filed some injunctions. The Church of Caduceus is no longer able to operate as such.
Oh, shit.
So there are a bunch of people out there with their weird ideas still, but they were, what happened was, like, after that first month or so, they had like an actor basically saying, yes, I am Caduceus, come to our church.
Yeah.
And at that point, they were actually using your name, which is a registered copyright,
Yeah.
right? Church of Caduceus, they could sort of skirt by on. So they fucked up, went too far with it, and I won't say all those people are gone, but yeah.
They got shown the fishes.
They don't get to have a mega church.
Yeah.
But Sapna and I tracked them down. And
Yeah.
Yeah. But there was legal action taken. Rose's like PR company has skyrocketed. They bought new offices in Seattle.
Oh.
Or moved into new offices, and they're like in the top 2 floors of one of the tall buildings
Very
downtown.
fancy.
Yeah. And
And Chainsaw found out what their favorite alcohol is and showed up on the first day to be like,
Ooh.
I think we need to christen this place.
okay.
That's so
Cool.
cute.
I'm a 12-year-old boy. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, I mean,
Think about christening in a different way.
it can be that too, if that's what Chainsaw, if Chainsaw wants to go there. I mean, Rose is like, Rose does not want to be your significant other, but Rose is open to,
Having a good time.
yeah, if that's okay with Chainsaw.
I mean, yeah.
Okay. All right. So good times were had. And yeah, so that's kind of background knowledge for us as well with Chainsaw and Rose. But Rose is also like explicitly clear about, you know, like boundaries and whatnot. So there's no like misunderstanding.
Rose
A
is,
romantic
well, as girlfriend
king?
died, I'm not really looking for something like that.
Yeah.
That's so fair.
What'd you say?
An aromantic king,
Yeah.
perhaps? Oh my god.
Why
I
not?
love them.
Love it so much.
Okay. So, the Chain Rose, thank you, Bumble.
Still hear you saying you could never break
Break the chain, Rose.
Yeah. That's good.
The
That's
rose
good.
chain?
If they were a
rose
couple,
chain.
yes. Yeah, if they were a couple, that would be very, very good. Okay,
They're not
so
a couple, they're just a ship.
sure. Yeah.
A battleship.
Okay, so the yeah, this time passing, you know, I think this could get us close to, you know, like through most of the summer. Is that cool if it's September
Yeah.
now?
Please,
love
God,
fall.
let it
Yeah,
cool off.
yeah. I mean, Pacific Northwest is pretty nice in like by August, it's pretty decent, but
Yeah, just wake me up when September ends.
Yeah.
yeah.
Pooja beat me to it. I was sitting on that one.
In the news in like mid-September, there's a whole line of new costumes coming out, and you all have costumes that children will be buying for Halloween. There are action figures, there are Halloween costumes, there are party decorations.
I'm so glad Caduceus doesn't look like me. So good.
Why?
I don't have to have the cognitive dissonance of walking into a grocery store and seeing my face on the shelf.
Yeah, what is Caduceus's mask again?
Well, Caduceus has a half mask, but Kit
And then
changes.
like yeah. A little jaw shaping and
Yeah,
whatnot. Yeah. Okay. And there is a huge like Silent Scream fan base, and like theory boards and theory crafting.
They're all 13-year-old emo kids.
Yes.
100%.
You are getting fan animatics, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Like the one who is the least in the limelight is the one that has the most like fan energy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
It's small but dedicated.
It's the Boba Fett effect
yes.
on the first Star
Yeah.
Wars.
Was in for like a minute and a half and got
Yeah.
killed immediately. And-
Undertale.
Yep. Yeah, there is a whole they're scream heads. They you know, they're out there like trying to get the latest like scream head phone case the day that it comes out, you know. So that's a thing.
Gotta have a line of
Scream
Beats by
candy.
Dre, sponsored by Silent Scream.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. A whole like
Yeah.
headphones line.
I think
So Rose is trying to get you to sponsor a headphone.
One thing I'll say is like, no, fuck the headphones.
Okay.
Also, I don't actually know anything about headphones because,
Never used them.
but here's what I want you to do.
You talking to Rose?
is- Yes.
Okay.
I want an affordable line of earplugs.
Oh yeah. Okay.
The real world analogy to that is like the loop style.
Yeah. Sure.
That help with people like who get sensory overload,
Yeah,
especially with,
overstim
like,
and
that
yeah.
kind of stuff.
Yep.
So that is what Silent Scream wants.
Yeah.
To like come out. I want the best like Ear protection money has to buy 4 people.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Rose puts that in place. There is a Silent Scream branded earplug put out on the market.
Sonic silencers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That's great. Any other like media push kinds of things that we would like to have out there?
I want to mention during this was like a month or month and a half.
This is like
gap?
from June to September.
Okay.
So
Brian has not returned to Green Lake, will not return to Green Lake because E. Brian is still out and on the loose.
yeah, the last time we saw E. Brian, he said, "I'm coming for you."
Yeah, so Brian refuses to go anywhere around big cities or like if a fight breaks out, he's been very cautious about that. He'll go out on missions, but he doesn't like leave the compound.
Okay.
And he's been spending his time like hardcore training. He's a bit more like this is his dark phase.
Sure.
So I just want to put
Yeah.
that on the
Oh,
table.
Brian.
Yeah, I think Silent Scream has the emo kids. Brian has the like hipster. Like no, I know who Brian is. Like,
Mm.
you hate it?
No,
Oh, okay.
That's fine.
Okay,
Oh, you like Caduceus? That's cute.
that's so
Yeah.
cute. Like, of course, everybody
of course,
likes
like,
Caduceus.
That's so mainstream.
Yeah. Oh,
I like
Sentinel,
Brian.
sure.
Heard of him?
Sentinel, Boy Scout.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, my dad likes it though.
Yeah, that's cool, I guess.
I'm kind of working with Rose and Green Streak on like public perception stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I am like going out and like visiting kids and doing fun stuff like that. And the more of that I do, the worse the nightmares get.
What kind of nightmares?
Just reliving the death of my friends over and over again.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you're now
Recovery
in
in the hospital.
and you're in this like really vulnerable place now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because everything is kind of telling me to like not to do any of this, but like he says it's the good he's doing that makes it worth it, but it's the recognition and the glory a little bit too.
Yeah. Okay. I love that.
Can I give myself a little bit of a side of a toxic fan base as
Oh
well?
yeah.
Can I say that there are people who are into it that like do that like Twitter war of like people being like, just because you're a fan of Caduceus, you're just a fan because like for like Elon Musk, like people who are big
Oh.
fans of billionaires because
Yeah.
they think they could be like them one day. It's like Caduceus isn't gonna up your powers just because you're a fan of him.
Oh.
Shut up. That kind of
Not
thing.
gonna notice you, bro.
He's not gonna notice you. Stop trying to defend him on social media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. Because there's probably a lot of stuff out there that's like, if Caduceus can do that, why isn't he out here like improving everyone's powers and like, you know?
What if he's
Oh.
evil?
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
power equality movement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why aren't you out here helping everyone? Okay. Cool.
Uh-oh.
Great.
Silent Scream's toxic fan base is a group of thieves.
They're probably not that toxic. They're just like learning
just so
techniques.
They're like, it's not wrong to steal from Target if you're hungry. And you're like, yeah, hell yeah.
Do they have like reproduction masks like yours?
Probably. I mean, I
The
feel like at this
screamers?
point, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's just...
Yeah. Because you said it was like the Scream mask plus, like
Yeah.
from the movie, right?
Okay, I realized after I said that it would be like, oh, fuck, there was the movie.
No, the
I was
painting.
thinking it
the
was the
Scream.
painting.
Oh, the painting.
The Scream.
Yes.
Like-
Yeah.
Okay.
With the extended mouth and
Yes.
the hands and
Yeah,
the
yeah,
whole
yeah.
thing. Like,
That's what I was
because
thinking.
honestly, I find that
So
creepier.
scary.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's great.
Later on, I was like,
thinking the movie.
I was like, there was an entirely
The
like,
premium
super popular
skin.
movies with a mask.
Yeah, the premium skin is the other one.
So
Yeah.
spooky.
Okay, that's good. Anything else we should cover in just media presence?
Does is there like a run from hipsters on Tony's torpedoes?
I was gonna mention, like, Brian's been distancing himself from Tony's a lot.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't plug Tony's, he doesn't mention Tony's, doesn't even say Green Lake anymore. So
Yeah.
there might be some weirdness there. Like, he also hasn't spoken with Vincent at all.
Oh, okay. So I remember he had all those crumpled up letters to Vincent.
Right.
Did any of those send
No,
or okay?
no.
Okay.
But Brian has been recording a video of him saying what he wants to say to Vincent, but he never sends it. But there's like copies and copies of Brian trying to talk to Vincent on
Okay.
his computer.
How many missed calls from Vincent do you have on that cell phone of yours?
Like, it only goes up to 100, so I don't know. It's like 99 and then it stops. I've gotten exactly 99. This is Brian's
And
thinking.
then thank goodness Vincent stopped calling.
After 99. Yeah.
Yesterday I was like, oh, it's really cool because my Sunday game, I don't cry.
Well, yeah.
Sorry, you have Joku at the table. I'm sorry. This was in the contract.
All right. So on a Monday in mid-September, the Hyperion High, a high school in Green Lake, that is designed for kids with higher potency powers, just already higher on the Lee scale, high schoolers. And just a quick reminder for us and our audience, we do have lines against endangering children. That's not what this is going to be about. I don't want anyone sitting here like flop sweat, like, oh God, what's happening? There is the narrative kind of impression that that's an important space and we would protect children, but our story will not endanger children. So just want to put that out there. However, Sentinel, you've been invited to come and speak to the, senior class. It's like a whole assembly of all the like 9th through 12th grade, right? They just want you to come and talk about being a hero because you're out there doing press stuff and talking to people and right? Is that accurate?
Yeah, I'm really imagining the sitting backwards in a chair, Captain America.
Yeah. In front of like 2,000 kids.
Yeah.
They're in the like gymnasium, with these like benches and what is the they want you to come and talk about like being a professional superhero, what would be the gist of what you want these teens to know? What should the kids know?
Teach the children.
Let them lead the way.
Don't you know the children of the future?
Exactly. I think in general, it's gonna be like some fun stories, answering some questions, a little like, but then also the consequences, the loneliness, the things that can happen to your friends and family.
Uh-huh.
And there's a lot of perks, there's a lot of upsides. It looks really cool, but also like look at all, like I got a ton of scars.
Yeah.
And some of them on my body, most of them very emotionally. And because I think it is very public what happened to my old super team.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
he
people are always
actually-
wanting you to comment on that.
Yeah, I think Chainsaw develops a bit
Yeah.
about that. And not like a funny bit,
Yeah.
but what he's willing to talk about is this thing that is now like over the course of being asked that question a bunch of times has developed into this
Like a scripted.
yeah, almost
Talking
like
point.
a scripted
response.
thing where he talks about, but like that doesn't quite touch all of like his nerve endings, so he can keep it together on
Yeah,
stage.
yeah.
As much as he's also like kind of going to therapy, but also using this as a kind of therapy to talk about it and all of that,
Sure.
but not wanting to go too deep in front of the kids.
also, for anyone listening in, Hyperion High was the like cover of Eidolon Academy, a previous stream that we did. So just shout out to Kimi and that whole show. Everyone on it was super good and amazing. Everyone was incredible. I was on it. That's
Aha!
I
there's
figured
the
you were
joke.
talking about that.
I couldn't tell if you were like me or if it was like somebody's contentious here, and I was like, why are we reading this up on a stream?
No, Emily was
Cool.
awesome. Abria was in that game. Like, it was a great cast all around.
Oh no,
Like,
it was an amazing.
Yeah.
Y'all go back, listen to Hi-Fi.
Yeah.
It was great.
started with Tabby, and then Tabby wasn't able to stay with the schedule, so we brought was that the one we brought Adam in? I think. Yeah. So it was great. But anyway, that's our little Hyperion High reference. Is that? Who would go with? Like they invited you to speak. Nobody else is invited to speak. But like for instance, could we have you there as like the sound crew? You know, like not as Silent Scream, but you know,
Sapna has to have some kind of cover job for all this money that she gets somehow.
yeah. At this point,
Sound people make a lot of money, you know?
yeah, and
As
you
they
could even
should.
be
Yeah.
like.
Yes.
As
A-
they absolutely.
Yeah, you could be a like rose, no, thorn and stem, right? Like
Rose and Thorn?
rose,
and
no, it was thorn
Thorn.
and
Oh, Thorn. Yeah.
and stem, I think.
Probably.
It wasn't rose because
Oh,
It was
because
Stem
we're
and
the
Thorn.
thorns, yeah.
Stem and
Yeah,
thorn.
Stem and
Yeah,
Thorn.
Heroes.
yeah.
Rose Inc.
So you're a like stem and thorn. They hired a like union sound person to like be at all of their. They also have like a video crew and a. I mean, they're like 2 floors of a building now, right? They also have a bunch of other heroes on their roster. So, you know, that's all rolling. But yeah, you're on the books as a stem and thorn sound engineer.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So Caduceus has been purposefully like upping people's powers and things like that so that they could help more.
Not constantly, but once or like twice.
But like it's happened a few
Mhm,
times.
yes.
So are those people now on the Stem and Thorn roster? Like, is it like, oh, and by the way, now that you do this, here's my agent.
I think the card would be passed, yeah, and then they could make the choice as
Okay.
needed. Mm-hmm.
Also, okay,
Wildfire, and you have ice powers. Oh, let me talk to you about something.
yeah. Quick side note before we get back to this talk. So I think the authorities at some point would have come to Kit to try to learn more about like the dampers that they use to turn powers down. And they want to know more about how that works. Is that something Kit is willing to collaborate on and like be part of studying that?
Came to Caduceus, right? Not to Kit,
Caduceus,
yeah.
right?
Okay.
Yes, Caduceus.
I think he would be super nervous and probably would go to Rose to talk about it. But if they were like, "This seems not bad," they would help out.
Okay, let's leave that in the wings for now.
Sure.
It's a thing that has come up, and it's undetermined.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So you're giving your talk. Do you want to like roll leadership or something,
Yeah.
or interrogation?
I know what you did, teens.
I would also accept
never forget.
performance.
I can see into your brain.
I would accept performance as well.
Leadership. That's 6 dice.
Okay.
Leadership.
Oh, and +2. Take +2 dice.
Ooh.
These kids are into what you have to say. Teens, classically
Love
supportive
when
and
teens think
thoughtful.
you're cool.
Yeah.
2 8s.
Yeah, that's a great speech. It gets to Q&A, right? And some kids are asking pretty, obvious questions, stuff that you've answered a million times, but they're just real excited.
How does it feel?
Yeah. This is more of a comment than a question, but the other day my friend and I were, it's just like trying to talk at Comic-Con.
5 minutes later.
Yeah. Then there is a shout of surprise in the crowd, and you look and can see there is this girl in the bleachers who is 17, and kind of like mixed background, dark hair, and is sitting there like looking at herself like, what? Oh God, oh God. And let me know if we need to put brakes on any of this for our lines. But is in like, so her hair is, let's say, a femme cut, but is in very much boy clothes that look too big for her, right? And is looking totally baffled and confused. And all the kids around of her are like, what? Like something just happened.
Trans.
Well, not exactly, but wait, what? Yeah.
I'm dreaming? Whoa.
Great superpower.
Does so Brian hasn't been back to Green Lake at all?
Nope.
Okay, so you're probably not here for this talk.
Refuse us to go unless it's a mission.
Okay. Yeah, this was not a mission.
Yeah.
That's a
Yep.
So what are our initial? Are you along in some capacity? I mean, everyone wants to ask Caduceus questions.
I think I'm in the city, but I don't think I'm at the talk. If I needed to be called upon, I could
that's
be
fine.
there. Mm-hmm.
That's fine. I mean, it's not like, bullets whizzing or something. We wouldn't do that in this context anyway. So
Kit's been very like, I do my job,
Yeah.
I go home, I go on a date, I go home. So,
yeah. Oh, speaking of going on dates, this came up. This came up when you had stepped away for a moment, and that we know you've been seeing Heather.
Mm-hmm.
Has there been any progress in? I'm gesturing towards Pooja. In that situation, like what is Kit's position, so to speak?
Episode 12.
Oh, I'm not.
I think it's been, if you're okay with this, I think it's been like pretty sufficiently awkward actually ever since then. That like we made up in a way that was like really meaningful and empathetic, and like we felt like we reached this point where we were like, oh my God, we're so close. What could this mean? And then there was this like crux point, and Kit has been weird ever since. And it's not just you, but
I think that it's like you get the part of this montage where it's like doing stuff and going on missions and like supportive, like after that blip before the press conference.
mm-hmm.
And it's like having dinners at the compound, whatever it is. And then you get like the music crescendos and there's a pause and then your phone beeps because it's a text from Heather.
Oh yeah,
that embodies a
I
lot
think that's
vibe.
big. That's
Okay.
a big bit of what it is.
Okay.
And listen, we have not discussed off camera how we feel about like certain both and options. So
Sure.
that's for a later episode, you know. But the music's crescendoing, I think, is a good way to put it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it sounds like just Chainsaw. Are you still going by Chainsaw with your friends, or is it Frank now?
Yeah. Chainsaw or Frank. Either one.
Okay. So Chainsaw and Sapna are at this, you're back there with like the tech crew. The video guy's like, God, I can't believe I can't smoke here. Like, you're in a school gym. Like,
I know, it's one of those things where I'm like, oh, every tech crew ever being like, out smoking, but now we don't smoke. Like, I feel like the up and coming generations know
yeah.
to stay away from smoking.
Mm-hmm.
This guy
Thanks.
smokes.
Yeah.
So anyway, you're there, and you hear this exclamation as well, and I'm sure it draws your attention. You can see this girl up in the bleachers.
What's going on up there?
And
Everybody okay?
some people are like trying to go help out, and then there's a yelp from on the other end of the bleachers, and you look over and you can see that girl in like clothes that are clearly too small for her. They're like girl. I'm using air quotes, girl clothes, for lack of a good term.
Feminine presenting.
Yes. But they're like not in a gross, sexy way. But they're like not the right fit for her, right? And then there are like three more commotions. And there's like 2,000 kids here, right? But there's like 5 areas of consternation, and you can see, you know, they kind of block the lights a little bit. You can see they're all the same girl.
Oh.
And they're all like freaking out about how they look, apparently.
And there's
And-
multiple in the audience now. Like it's not like she's bumping to from place to
No,
place.
no.
It's
Yeah, you
like-
could. She's in. There's 5 of her that you can see. So real quick, Sapna, will you roll perception for me, please? Or wait, what's it called in this? I don't know. Oh, it is called that. Great.
I was like gonna turn off the mic or like put my hand over it and be like, Sapna, do you hear anything? What's going on?
Two tits.
You hear, in a voice very similar to all the yelps that you just heard, you hear, "Oh no, not again! Oh shit!" And then the like the push of the metal door, you know, the clunk, and you look and just you can see the door closing as it's like somebody just ducked out. But it caught your ear because she sounded so much like all these people going, what's happening? What the fuck? Like genuine, like cold down your back panic. So are we okay, by the way? I just want to check in line wise. Okay.
puberty.
Like violent puberty.
I think keep them occupied. Them
Okay.
being all the rest of the children.
Yes. All right.
Okay.
And I will follow, you know.
Okay, so right away, Sentinel, as you're kind of stepping up to try to see if you can help, I assume that's your kind of posture, you can hear teachers saying, Amber, it's okay. Oh, I shouldn't use Amber. That's the color of our energy.
Amethyst.
Amethyst.
No,
Amy.
there we go.
Amy, it's calm down. And we're like, I'm not Amy, I'm Brent. And so that's like the first one that you saw was like in boy clothes that are too big for her.
Uh-huh.
And there's just a lot of like that is like 5 people who are like, I'm not fucking Amy. Right? So that's kind of what you're faced with right now.
Right. Let's like I just look at the principal like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah. So
Move to the exit, I guess.
the principal goes up to the microphone. They say, everyone go back to your classrooms, please. We're in not lockdown. That's not what I mean. But he's like, we're going into like hold mode to, you know, find out what's happening here and make sure everyone's okay. If you're experiencing a crisis, please stay here. Otherwise, please return to your classroom, go to your homerooms, and do that.
I'm sure since Mayday they have procedures and things.
Yeah, and this school is for like overpowered
Yeah.
teens, right?
Yeah.
This is for like 5s and up,
Yeah.
right? So
Okay, we're in, you know, crisis control. Or we're in crisis control yellow.
Yeah.
If you are experiencing a power crisis, please stay here.
Yes.
Otherwise, please go back to your
perfect.
classrooms.
Yes, the language would exist.
That's perfect.
All right. So silent scream. You follow out through those doors. Okay. Very quickly, you go out and you're looking and you see somebody like disappear behind the back of the gymnasium, which is like the gym is up against like, let's say the on-ramp to the freeway, right? So it's like there's like a fence and then like a little bit of give and then a steep hill and then it's like up to the freeway. So what do you want to do?
Yeah, it could be. Cars go really fast. Drivers aren't really paying attention. I do not want this child to run out into the street.
Yeah, that's
Because I hear that's real bad for them.
so you're gonna, let's say, hurry after.
Yes.
Okay.
If necessary, I'll bounce after her.
Okay. Well, yeah, you double time it down there in time to catch her like halfway up the chain link fence. She looks at you like, this isn't what it looks like.
You making a super, super bad decision that could end in worse consequences than...
It's not my fault. I didn't know it would happen again.
No one said it was your fault.
I can't get kicked out again.
No, that's fine. Get off the fence, please.
Okay. And now I have to do something very brief, and that she scratches herself coming off the fence because it immediately heals up. Okay?
Mm.
So that I know we're not hurting children, but like she gets a scrape, and then you watch it like whoop, just like close right up like faster than Wolverine. Okay? Does that make sense? And yeah, she's standing there in clothes that look like she probably picked out for herself and fit well, and you know, some clothes that she put on this morning, and is looking just very sheepish, like, please don't tell my mom.
Do I look like the kind of person who is immediately going to run to your mother?
Are you Sapna right now or Silent Scream? Yeah, okay. Like, lady, I don't know you. I'm sorry.
Oh, yes, of course, I'm sorry. Look. A, that's really cool.
Yeah.
B, I don't really interact a lot with kids, so just whatever. I'm just gonna tell you. Everybody has problems with their powers. Being a teenager sucks.
Yeah. Oh, God. And she's just, like, super stressed out. Like,
But I have some friends. I mean, I know some people. I work with some people who I think would be good for you. Like, this isn't about you getting kicked out of school.
okay. Well, what is it about? She just looks like really suspicious of you. She looks like Sapna hearing this talk.
Mm.
An adult approaches you and says, "You want to meet my friends?" And you go, "Oh."
Yeah.
Like, I work with Sentinel. Like, I was doing the sound back there. That's how I saw you leave.
Okay.
And he works with the Greenland Guardians.
Yeah, obviously.
Green
Duh.
Streak has a whole school he's doing.
Well, I mean, I had to work so hard to get into this school because I got kicked. Like, I don't want to have to change schools again.
You don't
My
have
mom
to.
is going to be so mad. Oh my
No,
God.
no,
And she
no.
is just like
Oh.
like
Teenagers.
melting down a little bit. Like, I'm going to switch scenes real quick.
Oh.
Oh, go ahead.
Can I put a button
Yeah,
on
yeah,
this?
go ahead.
Okay, look. I'm gonna tell you a secret. So that we know. I have your secret, you'll have my secret.
Okay.
And then I pull out the silver. Or the silent scream.
Yeah, okay. Wow, that's a really good mask. Like right now she thinks it's a we'll come back to that. All right, so they clear out the gym and we have these 5 people left. All of them claim to be someone other than Amy.
Right.
Um,
What did you do?
and so and they also have all like clammed up. Like, I don't know. I didn't do anything. I don't know why. Like this is kind of the mode they're in.
Hey, Caduceus. Yeah, could you get over to the school?
Oh, okay.
Please. Fast.
All right. Is anyone hurt?
No, it's just weird.
Reporting for weird. I'll pack up my bag and head over.
Okay.
Change into my outfit.
Yeah. Okay. Great. And you get a text from Rose that says, "I'm already on my way."
Mm.
Wow.
They were probably
How'd she-
watching the feed.
How'd they do it?
I need a rose in my life. We all need a rose in
Yeah.
our lives.
Yeah.
Yes, this
Rose
is the
is just
fantasy.
so good.
I want to be the rose in people's lives.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a great goal. All right, so the principal is also a little bit at a loss and is kind of looking to you now as like, okay, superpower guy. It's also clear, just to put a little bit of a like lemon wedge in it, the principal is a super plasticky guy,
All right.
a lot like Gamma Girl was.
Ooh.
And you saw it because he was like reaching to open up the doors and like scoot teens, you know, like not touching them, but just like put his arms out and like that way, everybody, all of you, that way. Everyone's like, all right.
Principal using their powers again.
Stupid yellow crisis. And
Gonna totally go into our lunch hour.
yeah, oh, yeah, for sure. They were supposed to have lunch right after the assembly.
We're all so hungry. and
Yeah.
so- which makes them even worse.
Yeah.
Angry teenager.
So yeah, the principal is like, I mean, I guess I have to call the authorities, like,
Yeah, I've got a.
and all 5 of the Amy's, air quote Amy's, are like, no, don't do that. But they're also teens and they don't make good decisions as a rule. So
They're like, not the police. That means I'm in trouble for sure.
yeah,
Although
yeah.
not the police here. Yay!
Yay.
Yeah, we have a community response team, which is,
Yeah,
you know,
much
way better.
I say, well, Caduceus is on his way. So,
Okay, yeah. Everyone kind of relaxes a little bit. One kid is like, "Who's Caduceus?" Like
Yeah.
just being shitty.
yeah.
And
Why don't we sit down? Did any of you notice anything that happened, like right before this, or
no, all of them say at the same time.
That sounds suspicious.
Do you would you like to roll persuasion or I'm saying interrogation? Like we know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Like you're not scaring me.
drugs?
Yeah.
Where are the drugs?
Would you like to roll dealing with teenagers?
I would also accept leadership if you'd rather roll that.
Oh yeah.
If that's a better roll.
Yeah. Leadership is good for me. Pair of 8s.
Okay, great. So you see a couple of them look like they side-eye each other, and they're like, guys, we have to tell. And the other's like, shut up. And then you can see, like, the principal didn't hear that because the principal's on the phone. And they're like, can we talk to you away from the principal?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay,
Hey, principal, get out of here.
yeah. Rose shows up and puts a backwards chair in front of you.
So,
No, they do, like, well, no, it's been like a minute. They're not here yet. But,
yeah.
yeah, so you, well, like, sit with them or,
Yeah.
okay.
It's like, look, I'm not going to tell anybody anything you don't want me to tell them, as long as nobody's going to get hurt because of that information.
Well, look, we didn't think anything, they were just, like, chewables, edibles, right? Like, I don't understand why this would happen.
Everybody, it's on edibles.
Well, yeah, our friend made them.
Your friend, Amy.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
yeah. But why would this happen? That's not what weed does.
Is it?
Really, Brian's not there. I actually feel bad that Brian has banished himself from Green Lake, and then I'm putting us in Green Lake.
No,
I'm
no,
sorry.
that's fine. This is good.
If you want to play the principal, you can. So what's your response to that?
Do you have any of them left over?
No. She gave us each one, and then kept it, and we cut to her like pulling this little like Tupperware out of her. They're like little like shortbreads, right? Like what I'm talking about, like little like those like yellowy,
Walkers,
yeah, like butter cookies, basically. They're obviously homemade. And she's like, can we just toss these? Like, I don't know why this happened.
So you made these?
Yeah.
Like normally made these? Or I'm assuming they're not like... And just like stare like...
No, I can't, my power's not cooking powers. I just heal fast.
Okay, what did you put in them?
I mean, they're weed. They're weed cookies.
Okay. Give me the cookies.
Oh, okay. And before handing them off, I don't know if this would make Sapna proud or not. They grab the edge of she grabs the edge of her like hoodie and like wipes her fingerprints off of the Tupperware and hands it to you holding in the hoodie.
Smart.
Sapna has like a shit-eating grin behind the silent scream mask.
Sure.
Like, yes, there's hope for the youth of today.
Okay.
And it's like, okay, look.
She's seen,
Where did you,
crime shows.
like, you're gonna have to give up your dealer.
I don't know what that. I mean, we've all gotten stuff from him before.
So you're saying, I didn't know this would happen again. Oh no, not again.
I didn't bleed in the cookies.
Is that what happened last time?
I'm gonna have you roll persuasion. But take a +2 if you can roll that many dice. You can't roll more than 10 dice.
Good to know.
What is
9 dice.
Okay. You can have more than 10 in a pool, and then your like
can't roll.
penalty dice will come out of the overage. But yeah.
It's 2 9s.
Oh yeah. She says, look, I didn't know it wasn't safe to donate blood, and then a thing happened at the clinic, and I'm off the donation list, but like everyone got better and it was fine. I mean, it was pretty much okay. And then we had to move, and yeah.
Okay.
Like, she's clearly downplaying. Like, she has told you a lot of what there's to tell you, but is like filing off a lot of sharp edges of like how much trouble she got in.
You know that your friends have already ratted you out, right?
Well, no, they wouldn't. They're my best friends. I've known them since last school year.
Like head tilt.
We spent all summer together.
Head tilts the other way.
How do you know? Oh, wait. That's so cool. No, damn it. You're not cool. I hate you.
Whatever. You would have the universe.
Okay.
So here's the thing. You can try to run away, and people are just going to use their powers to find you, and you'll be in more trouble. Or you can come back with me now, and we can figure this out so that it doesn't happen again, and you would stop getting in trouble for it.
Yeah, your persuasion roll was good. I'm not having her roll a counter. I'm like, she's a kid, like she's faced with an authority figure and like a famous one. So, yeah, she's coming with you inside. And yeah, you already rolled well. So, also, we cannot leave this unsaid. Dork Lord Canada. Amy's cookies leave no stoner unturned.
So good. Also,
I have frosting on my sleeve.
like on the way back, it's like you know you're still gonna have to give up your donor, right? Or your dealer, right?
I grew it at home.
One of the skills you'll learn as you get older is to be a better liar.
Okay, how can I get better at it?
I'll tell you once you give up your dealer.
Come, my young apprentice.
I am apprentice.
If I tell you can I not tell them that I told?
Yes.
Okay.
No. Wait, it sounds like a trick question when you put it that way. I won't say to anyone that you gave them up.
Okay. Yeah. So, now all I can think of is the name Wedge.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, his name
Yeah.
is Wedge.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wedge, who like graduated last year, is also like going to the University of Washington now and is local and then like hooks up his high school friends and yeah.
Wedge, you suck. Sorry, like, there's nothing wrong with weed, but like
Selling to minors.
selling to
kinda
minors,
sucks.
Wedge,
Yeah.
come on.
So, yeah, so she gives up that information. And in the gym, everyone's kind of like gathered and freaking out. But we can, I don't need to belabor this whole scene. But it is a scene that the Green Lake Guardians participated in. Oh, wait, no, we need to get Caduceus in on this. So, Caduceus, you show up as you find
Slam the
6 Amy's sitting in the gym, one of whom's clothes fit properly. Probably one of the others is like pretty close to the same
Yeah.
size. But
I mean,
4 kids in the wrong
Sentinel
clothes.
wasn't lying about weird.
If I had to guess, I'd say Amy's powers, while at first just present as super healing, might be more transformative.
Huh.
She made some cookies, and well, she says she didn't bleed in them. I mean, she might be telling the truth on that one. Like,
I would say you know for a fact she thinks she's telling the truth.
she truly believes she didn't bleed in them, but also, I don't know if you're the expert in the body shit.
I mean, I'll take a look. I don't really know exactly what I can do here, but and Caduceus will come forward and just take a scan of each of these Amy's and
Yeah.
see if it's like Amy.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah, let's roll your power.
Sure. Huh,
Everyone's in the gym now.
Yeah.
2 10s.
Oh gosh, yeah. So the first one you see, well, let's just say you scanned a lot of them, right?
Mhm.
You can see there is it's a hat on a hat, right? There is like an underlying DNA set that has been overwritten but not erased.
Right.
All right, and it is like fighting to stay there.
Right.
Like I'm fixing you.
Ah.
I'm fixing you because you're not me.
Right. Okay, so it's a like the healing is not just healing, but is rather like return to a stasis, the
Yes.
stasis of which is Amy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
I guess it would be too hard to determine like contaminants, like if this was a result of like what kind of DNA caused this.
I mean, I'm gonna give these cookies to Dr. Light. so-
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be open to another roll,
Dr.
but
Light's
I
gonna
would
turn
need a
it in.
new
That makes
scan
a
roll
lot
for
of
that.
sense.
And it's going to be, you're going to need 6s or better.
Okay. Exactly 6s.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
God.
Wow.
Low roll that time.
Yeah, the source is something that ate. It's not blood,
Okay.
it's saliva.
Yep.
So the short version is Amy licked the spoon.
Oh, okay. I was like, did Amy?
Yeah, I realized this
Yeah.
that this could be no, she did not spit in the cookies.
Thought
She
maybe
was like
sneezed.
cooking, licked the spoon.
Use the spoon to stir it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got it.
Okay. I'm going to take Amy Prime aside real
Mhm.
quickly.
And her eyes go real big when Caduceus gets here. She's already met one superhero.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
you don't count.
The dad superhero.
Yeah.
But her dad will be so excited
Yeah.
tonight. Hey, You're Amy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I am just gonna give you a really quick rundown of the kinds of things that you need to be careful of with your set of powers.
Okay.
You're
not gonna tell my mom, right?
I don't know your mother. Tell her what?
You know that moment where you realize all adults don't know each other?
Yeah. I'm not affiliated with your school. I don't have access to their registry. No, not currently. I don't think that's totally anyway. You have healing capabilities. You know that.
Yeah. I grew back my hand once.
That's impressive, and I've been kind of gross.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was too much overshare. Sorry. Yeah, and like right away she's like, oh yeah, like she's talked about this in therapy.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
That was a overshare and like
He
too
does
much.
find that impressive, but it's like, yeah, it's, kids. Every power works differently, and yours works in that it is returning you back to the best version of you that it can conceive, which means that it believes that you are the best version. So if you...
She kind of gets like a,
Yeah.
like a little bit of confidence for a moment.
little
Like,
something up.
all right,
Yeah.
all right, yeah, I'm pretty great, I
That
guess.
does mean that if you share fluids of any kind with another person, those fluids are going to try to return that person to the same state.
Well, that doesn't make sense because I've kissed tons of people.
What's your power level?
So first of all, do you want to roll empathy?
Lying. Lying. Like, I feel like there's
I've kissed-
lying.
Does like boys, girls, non-binary people? Like I've kissed dozens of people.
Yeah, hang on.
That would scream
so
with her.
good
Like,
at-
like stare.
Oh, really?
So that can't be it. Is her argument right? Of like,
I got 2 ones. So
Okay.
3 ones.
well, let's see. What's a bad version of a success in this case? I think you have to blurt out, "No, you haven't." Is that cool?
Then you've been kissing wrong.
I think it's a little bit of no.
You fucking haven't. I don't know if you cuss at her, but like,
Yeah. Just like a little laugh and a no before he realizes what he said, and then he's like, "Sorry. I'm not going to comment any further on that because you are a teenager, but saliva is also a part of it, and I think something that you need to be aware of in the future."
yeah, you can see like there's a lot of stuff ticking over. Like, oh man,
That sucks ass.
yeah.
Sorry, Amy. But that's not something you could have known unless you found out, and honestly, that would have been a very, I'm sure, terrifying way to find out. So I'm glad it was this.
Yeah, I mean, you could see all these ramifications. Like, oh god.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot of that going on.
Yeah, and just like takes the time to explain exactly how I feel like Caduceus can go more in depth than like power markers of like, this is how your power might work kind of thing, and give a little bit of advice.
Okay. Cool. So then the all right, so you have a chance to talk to her.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's back in the gym, and the what are your thoughts as a team first? I want to have you all put your heads together, probably right as Rose gets there at this point.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean,
If Brian was here, he'd have the greatest
like
solution.
Rose walks in and goes,
do we want to call him in?
"Whoa."
No, it's fine.
Get him on speakerphone.
FaceTime.
Yeah. I mean, we need to let the principal know what's going on. This is a temporary situation. Should be.
So the last time this happened, she got kicked out of school. They had to move. She's terrified. of that happening again.
Oh.
So I think really outside of like briefing her on all the how to use protection.
Well,
I want to kiss you, but we have to use this sheet of plastic. And then
I mean, there are all kinds of. I like to believe in this universe because, like, Amy's power may be unique in that way, but I feel like there were, especially in the early years, a lot of people who couldn't necessarily control their powers all that well.
Yeah.
And so we developed a lot of different kinds of protection.
also, those exist in real life. Mouth guards.
yeah. There's all
Yeah.
kinds of prophylactic that
Yeah.
are for all sorts of activities.
So, like, I mean, the weird thing is, but like, it's not like she's gonna get expelled for that.
No.
I mean,
Suspension for sure.
She could have gotten expelled if they found the weed on her.
What weed?
Yep. So that's no longer an issue.
yeah, I think we should. I don't know. I kind of want to extend the olive branch to her. See if, like, if something goes bad here, she's got a place to go.
Yeah, but I definitely want to do what we can to make sure that's not. When things go wrong like that, you usually just want normalcy.
She wants to stay here.
Yeah.
And Rose says, although next summer we are going to try to have the first round of summer camp. So maybe she'd just like to know about that, not as a move away option, but something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Sounds all right?
Cool. Do your thing.
All right.
By the way, Rose is also like purposely not famous because they can manipulate a lot of those things.
And yet, I get all the lectures.
Uh huh. Is your name on the name of the company?
Very sneaky. Who's gonna talk to her?
Should be somebody who has rapport with her, I think.
Everyone looks at Silent Scream.
Fine. And they go and look. I'm gonna save us both like a massive amount of embarrassment right now, and I'm gonna give you this website that you can go to
Yeah,
when you are not around a bunch of people that you don't really know that well or people you know a little too well.
sure.
So it's not like you can never start kissing people.
Okay. Yep.
So that part is taken care of, and we can both pretend that we never had to say anything.
Yep.
Look, I told you before, or I tried to tell you, Green Streak's got this thing that he's starting up. It's a summer camp. It's not going away for good. It's not you getting expelled. But for people who, might need a little more help controlling their powers, things where their powers suddenly do things that they weren't aware that they did before.
Okay. Yeah.
And that could help you not have to change your identity and move again.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So it's an option. We're not going to tell the principal about the weed.
Thank you.
But, I feel like the plausible lie here, and this is the secret to lie that I promised you before, because I keep my promises.
Like, get the notepad out. No.
It's like plausibility.
Okay.
You made some cookies for your friends. Turns out your powers do some things that, you weren't aware of before. Oh, look, we figured it out now. You panicked, you ran.
Okay.
Simple, sweet, to the point. It's 99.9% of the truth. And that 0.1%, he doesn't have to know about.
Yeah. Okay.
stop doing drugs until you become an adult.
Ugh.
Don't even start with me right now.
Thought you were cool.
I never said I was cool.
All right.
You'll learn, child, once you become an adult.
Also,
that not giving drugs to kids is the coolest of all.
Caduceus, is there anything else you want to do for the kids who are not Amy? All of the not Amy's.
I would like to see if I can speed up this process a
Okay.
little bit.
Yeah, it does seem like when their digestive process is done, it should revert. But, like, probably.
Yeah.
Isn't a great thing. It's like, you'll probably be fine, and then leave.
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly.
You're gonna get really hungry. Hold on.
This is about to be gross.
Yeah.
Can we nail this?
Can we
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, or, I
Veil.
mean, whatever you...
Fail.
Oh, veil, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
I'm fine with it happening, but like,
I do have room thinking
Oh, yeah,
about
yeah. I wasn't even thinking about that. I was just going to say you negate the effects of the ability and, yeah, just change the nature of it. And they, like, slowly but gradually change back into their previous forms. And they are recovered. So, and like, within 15 minutes.
Nice.
Right? Like, everyone's back to...
All right, kids, don't do drugs. Stay in school.
Yeah, and it's clear, like the principal is also like, I don't know how I'm gonna talk to the parents about this. Like he doesn't say that, but you could just see like his whole afternoon's about to get real weird. Like,
But hey, at least you don't have to bring them home looking like Amy.
Yeah.
And just like an incident happened.
yeah.
which
Well,
should be pretty.
yeah, and it's Hyperion High has some indemnity in this
It's just the
regard.
paperwork,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Okay, so anyway, we can move past this scene unless there's anything else we want to establish there. Okay.
We've got, you know, some dude named Wedge to look up, and
Sure. Do you want to go after
Frighten
that
the
guy?
hell out of.
he needs to know that selling to children is bad.
I mean, he is 18, almost a child.
He is almost a child and needs to start considering that almost is a really big step.
Yeah, it is. It should be.
Like, keep your dealings to people your own age and above.
You're in college. Serious college kids. No. Anyway.
Okay. I'm fine just saying that happens. Like, this kid is not a threat. He's making bad choices.
Like you do.
I do like that it's Sapna stepping in to, like, set this kid off of his criminal ways.
Never said that. Scared straight.
Be a better criminal.
That is the vibe,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah. Don't sell to children.
Uh-huh.
You didn't say don't sell drugs.
That's right.
I said don't sell to children.
Got it. Okay.
Imagine the like Godfather table.
Yeah.
Where it's like we do all this heinous shit, but we don't sell drugs to kids.
We have
Yeah.
class.
Yeah. Love it. Okay, so the that's the scene at Hyperion High. That's resolved. So moving on, as September is ramping up, there are a series of ads that come out. Some news stories about an organization that claims to be able to increase the potency of someone's powers. That they have a process, a proprietary technology, if you will. And, for a payment plan, they can help you do that. They have even, followed the legality with, the precision of a surgeon to not say caduceus, but to say, while certain churches might make promises and not deliver, we can give you the relief you're seeking, right? We can help you reach your full potential. And that is the nature of our surprise today.
Oh.
No.
So, listeners, we have a something that Kimi recorded for me,
Wow.
and we're all gonna get to listen to.
Are your powers less than super? Did the Lee scale leave you behind? Tired of seeing friends and family soar into their futures without you? Don't let that be the end of your story. The Research Institute of Superpower Excellence is here to help you rise to new heights. In as little as 4 short months, you can go from zero to hero. Rise to the occasion today. Proprietary process, patent pending, results are not guaranteed, not FDA approved, side effects are unknown and still under study. Flexible payment plans are available. Call now.
So I'm also just gonna get the text. I'm gonna read the text out for us so we can like stop and ask questions or anything. Recent. So you heard an ad for Rise Core, joining the Rise Core, CORPS, right? That type of core. And the text of the ad says, "Are your powers less than super? Did the Lee scale leave you behind? Tired of seeing your friends and family soar into their futures without you? Don't let that be the end of your story. The Research Institute of Superpower Excellence is here to help you rise to new heights. In as little as 4 short months, you can go from zero to hero. Rise to the occasion today." And then, you know, the legal mumbo jumbo at the end there.
This is giving me Total Recall vibes. I love it.
Also, somebody said it sounds like an Insight ad. I specifically, like, Kimmy was asking about, like, direction on it. I was like, have you heard a Cialis ad?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Seriously?
boner pill, that, like,
God.
just a dash of shame.
Right.
You know, like.
They're
just-
in bathtubs for some reason.
Yeah,
Looking
yeah.
at the sunset.
So that was a very intentional mark that we took on that. And that is something in the world. Rise Core is an organization you can join. You don't have to like go and live there. You just like pay a subscription and go through a series of treatments. And they have a bunch of people saying, you know, having like success stories and that kind of thing. So
I used to be it too.
yeah,
So, this ad in the legal mumbo jumbo
yeah,
said that their patent was pending.
yeah.
And aren't those... I mean, even if they're not public information, isn't this information that we can get?
Yeah. Who filed it?
Yeah, well, there is the Rise Corporation has filed this patent. They are also, obliged to say not FDA approved. They have that like pre-FDA approval to like test stuff. So they're operating legally. But all of that is certainly an easy search. So I'm happy to give you that information.
Cool. Because I want to know what this process is.
Kid has not stopped pacing since hearing this, like everywhere they go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did Rose play this for us?
Yeah, I think we're like, we're back at the lodge, right? Rose has come out to meet with all of you. So all 4 of you are there. Green Streak is there. And, Dr. Light probably. So just the 7 of you down in the basement. And, so Rose plays this, says, I don't have a lot of legal moves with this one, but I thought you all should hear it from me. Okay, I think you heard it in the car. Because that is the worst, probably.
Yeah,
like when
and
you're,
then I came in and I was like,
yeah, like in the
Okay.
car with Heather.
which I'm gonna have to talk to her very soon
Oh, okay.
about, being a superhero.
Sure.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I had a very adverse reaction in that car with Heather, and now I'm here, and Rose plays it, and I say, how can they have access to this kind of? This is so irresponsible.
We don't know that they do have access to anything. It's they could make this claim and have a powered person on staff who can like amp up your powers for a little while. That's a more common thing than what you can do.
We need someone to go in and go through the procedure, perhaps. See what they're doing.
feels so dangerous.
Yeah. I mean, that is an approach. It just, all of you are pretty famous at this point. So
Nobody's seen my face.
can you take your mask off? That's Rose's question.
If I have to.
Oh. It looks like it's your skin.
It is. I prefer to keep it on, but if that's our only option, we need to know how this is happening.
For listeners, by the way, just real like gross check. It's not his actual skin. it's a second skin. There is a regular like person under there. Just it's not removable skin.
Yeah.
Hellraiser.
Yeah. It's culturally his skin. It's a cultural thing. It's not a bio thing.
Right.
Nobody knows my face.
That's true. Your powers are pretty distinctive, and they're gonna ask you to demonstrate so they can measure and put you through probably a Lee machine.
And, a lot of people have sonic powers.
True. Yeah.
And it's a lot safer for me to go in with my power set than it is for Brian.
Why is that? Can you elaborate?
Lots of people have sonic powers. Not a ton of people have powers that let them not have to breathe, can hold grenades, super strong.
It is a more rare power set, but we've seen invulnerable people before.
It wouldn't make any sense to have either of you enter a program like this at your power level.
I think the first thing
But
they would
that's
do
why-
is test your power level.
Good thing we have someone who can manipulate power levels then.
Oh.
Oh, and like Dr. Light's eyebrows go up, and then like she doesn't make eye contact, but is clearly like interested in this line of questioning.
You're asking me to lower one of your powers.
Temporarily.
I don't like this. I
appreciate that it's uncomfortable for you, and I really do. But you've been getting a lot better about your control over this over the last few months, haven't you?
That doesn't mean I'm gonna be perfect.
You don't have to be perfect.
And Green Streak steps in and say, and kid, you don't have to do this, okay? Like I think it's an okay idea, but you do not have to do it. There are other options here.
You once told me you wanted to find out what you could do, and that I would be a safe way to test things. I still think that's true. Whoever you choose, if you choose, just know that I trust you.
We all do.
Yeah.
This is just... I've been spending all of these months so panicked about people thinking that I am going to be this evil person, whether I discern between who I deal with my powers, and now there's a fucking company out here who doesn't care just as long as you pay money. We have to do something.
Well, yeah, we need to figure out if they're shysters or not. And if not, how are they doing it? How did they figure it out?
One of you. And you two have to decide. I can't.
Brian, identity secrecy aside, I don't want you to be at lower power if Ebran finds you.
Do you know what kind of clothing you like to wear, Sapna?
Yes, since I picked it out.
I don't. I never have. Because I can't feel what I'm wearing on my skin. This might be the only chance I get to know what it's like to be like you. Like everyone else. For just one day. Know what it's like to not have to be me. My powers are not a choice. This is one time I get to choose something different. I don't think there's a right answer here. Whatever happens, whoever goes, we're all gonna be there together.
Okay, then.
I hope it's you. But I
Yeah.
also hope it's me.
You realize that Kit said that we have to decide, so
I choose both of us. And that Kit should be the one to break the tie. That's what I choose.
Green Streak says again, like, do we want to flip a coin?
you know what? I just watched Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead last, so that was just like
Heads.
man. So I want you to have all the experiences you want to have.
This is not a time for me to be selfish. I understand.
Cool. Brian will go in. We'll have us back.
Are you sure?
Said what I said.
Brian's gonna approach you and he's gonna make ready for a hug and he's gonna like inch closer until he's sure he's got
Like,
Fine.
like
Okay.
catching a wild animal.
yeah, and then he's gonna hug you.
Easy. Easy.
Yeah. And he just whispers, "Thank you."
Okay. So Rose says, I let's do some more research. Kit, you can get a feel for this and see if it's something you can do or want to do. I'll come back with more information. I think this is a good idea, but this is bad. They're out, like what you said. Somebody's gonna get hurt. So I'll let you know what I find. You all spend some time thinking about how you want to approach this. And Green Streak is like, yeah, I'm the leader of the team.
They're my lines, Rose.
Yeah. Yeah, stepping on my thing here.
So
So
no, who's really in charge?
yeah. What's up now?
Yeah.
I was like, yes, they didn't do it. Damn it.
Okay, so Rose heads out. We don't necessarily have to do beat for beat, but what do we want to have?
Can I set one thing up with
Yeah?
Rose?
Yeah.
Just as an aside in private, I'm going to tell Rose this will be the first time I'll actually be vulnerable more than I've ever been in my life. I don't think anything bad will happen, and I'm sure everybody's got my back, so I'm not afraid. But if something happens, there's a message on my computer that I would like to have sent.
Oh, the one to Vincent?
To both Vincents.
Oh, I see. Yes.
Only if something happens. Is that something you can help me do?
Absolutely. I promise. And it is worth noting that Rose just referenced something on your computer that they didn't really have access to.
Brian assumes everybody knows what's on his computer.
Okay.
He doesn't
Yeah.
get that concept.
Yeah.
Like,
His password is
Yeah.
He
password.
figured
yeah.
he was fine. Somebody explained to him what the cloud was, and now that's how he thinks.
It's
the
all
computers are.
it's all just in the weather. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all in the weather.
Also, and people say stuff that doesn't have boundaries.
We don't say that. We would never.
Okay, so we've got some time to kind of figure this out. Rise Corporation is based out of Chicago. They have kind of their own little like 5-story building in the outskirts of Chicago, and are also making all this noise about how they're beautifying their area of the city.
Boo.
And, making strides to bringing all of Chicagoans together, what's that?
That's just me being a little rebellious creature saying never trust a corporation.
Yeah, no, I mean, they're shitty. That's, we don't have to pretend about that.
They're planting trees.
They are. They're doing all of that. They've got a green team out on the street that's like, helping out the neighborhood and like doing like what looks like good deeds that are technically good deeds, but we know the motivation behind it is not good. But they're out there, and they're also passing out their flyers, and we have payment plans if it's too expensive. That's really just sleazing it up.
I'm guessing this is essentially like college tuition's worth of payment that would need a payment.
Yeah, I think it's, depending on where you are in the lease scale,
Yeah.
like the lower you are, the more expensive it is. So it's probably like 10 grand a point, roughly.
Jesus.
So if you're trying to get from 3 to 6, then it's 30 grand and up.
Still though.
And that's if it works on the first series.
Yeah, and it's honestly like, listen, that's a life-breaking amount of money. And also, nothing to a billionaire.
Yeah. There are people who are showing up to like, this is why they're being funded, is there billionaires who are just like entering these treatments to finally be able to buy their way
the
back
one thing
into.
money can't buy is
Yeah.
having a higher superpower.
Yep.
Awful.
Yep.
I love how terrible this makes me feel.
I'm glad. It's effective. Super effective. Jason used Mega Corporation. It was super effective.
Hated it.
Okay. So we've got a few days. We're kind of pushing through things here. Kit, what are you doing to practice or prepare or think about this? Like, I don't think you've ever lowered somebody's powers before.
The only time that I did it was for the corpse of 2 times.
You tried
And that
to do it,
didn't-
and
I built it well.
yeah,
He did not come back.
and you don't actually know how it would have played out because
A lot of crying. That's completely not a joke.
that's not, I didn't take it that way.
Yeah, a lot of freaking out in closets, of course. And then I think also every day leading up to this, Kit is going in and attempting to scan Brian, attempting to get in because Brian is harder
Yep.
for Kit to
It's true.
affect. So just trying to prepare themselves as much as possible in that way.
Okay. Let's do a scan roll, if that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they do one other thing too.
Oh, yeah.
Which is that they start fucking with their own.
Oh.
With their own power to try to like turn it up.
Yeah, to turn it. They want to turn it up and then turn it back down to where it was. You're welcome.
Thank you. Is it my
You're
birthday?
welcome, Jason.
Right?
When the devil went down to Georgia, he was
You are
willing to make a
smiling
deal.
too much.
He's stunned.
I haven't received a
man was
gift
too
this
stunned to
thoughtful
speak.
in a long time. Okay, let's scan Brian.
Let's scan Brian first.
Take +2 dice,
+2.
but you are gonna need 10s.
Okay. That I can probably manage. 2 10s. Okay.
Yeah.
Two 10s.
2 10s.
Okay.
Just two.
You are finally like now that you're aware that there is this sort of organic second skin, and you're aware of kind of the topography of Brian. You are able to get a much more detailed read of him as a physical body in space.
Yeah. That makes sense.
And like we said before, there are, all of the human organs and stuff. They're just slightly different arrangements. Just little differences here and there. But for the most part, it's all very familiar. His brainstem is, something that you recognize and is, it's a lot of blood pumping through it. It's a fairly well.
This thing's swole. Jesus.
Yes. As all of you are.
He's been doing stem lifts.
Yeah. So, you have a much better read on
Makes me feel better.
what he's doing.
Yeah.
So when it comes time, you'll have a shot at this.
Mhm.
The issue is you're going to have to push through. What's your hard armor?
Oh my god. Hard armor 4.
Okay.
Light armor 4.
You're going to have to get 6 10s to change him, which is doable in a number of different ways.
I can buy some hard dice, can't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a way I can assist this by...
No.
No? Okay.
But it's okay because normally I don't look to buy hard dice because I want to be able to match. If I know I'm aiming for 10s.
Yep. And if it's a quiet, controlled environment where you can spend all your willpower and
Time and
get a cool thing like that, then what's the risk?
what's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, I can't think of anything bad. Roll dice against yourself.
Okay. Just my normal 6?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Alright. And for this, my willpower will subtract for my success. My scans don't subtract. Alrighty. I got 3 9s. 3 9s, so I take away 3 willpower.
Okay. 9s is a good start.
Mm-hmm.
You were trying to turn yourself up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You do. You increase the blood flow. You wind up feeling almost more fluid. Like it would be so easy to change your body around right now.
I think some of it happens unconsciously.
Sure.
Honestly.
Yeah. Just like fur, no fur, like
Yeah.
it's all sort of like in the line of maybe what an ape would experience, but apes have some like pretty serious claws and teeth and there's all kinds of stuff you can experience. So
I am doing this with Dr. Light in the room, I will say.
okay.
Yeah.
I assumed you were like wandering off to do it alone in your bedroom like an emo kid.
No. I am a safe boy.
Okay.
Good.
Then Dr. Light is thrilled
I
and
know.
is enthusiastically participating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
With sensors?
Mm-hmm. Is she allowed to put sensors on you?
I honestly would prefer that she did.
Okay. Yeah. So she's got a whole array of stuff like all over you.
Mm-hmm.
And even when you like watch back the video of you like going through this initial process, you can see your features like ripple, almost like your water.
Okay.
And then settle back into the kit face.
All right. What am I at?
Dr. Light is like, oh, right. It goes back to the tablet and pulls up the Lee scale, like, oh, that, and turns it around and shows you 8.7.
Okay.
She's like, this is an order of magnitude higher than I thought you'd be able to change it.
Why?
Well, I thought you'd be able to adapt by a few tenths of a point. You're more than
you
a whole
haven't.
point.
You haven't seen this
No, I mean you said that you could do some things like this.
Yeah.
That you've adapted some people's abilities, but I mean that's. So weren't you like a 7 something before? Out of character.
I think I was like,
Yeah.
they said almost an 8, but I didn't get it.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's almost a full point then.
Yeah.
And you were, I assume, holding back a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, she just puts the number up on one of the monitors, and by the way, I had joked about the doctor's light never hanging up on each other. They have, right?
Right.
They're not constantly online with each other. But and I wanted to give a quick little aside, just a fun little thing.
Oh.
I put this in our Slack, but I wanted to give us a little.
Oh, the names and the people.
Yeah, just a little more context to our Doctor's Light. The red reality goes by Dr. Scarlet now and is in the Victorian / steampunk style. We have seen Kit and Frank in the background. We don't necessarily know what they're all about yet, but we have seen that. It doesn't mean no one else is there, but that's what we've seen. The orange reality goes by Dr. Gold. Looks very similar to our world and is the one where Kit was flitting around in the background, teleporting.
Hell yeah.
The amber just goes by Amber, not Dr. Amber. And it's a cyberpunk setting that is H. Bryan's original home. And we have seen Atticus, Frank, and Sapna in the background at various times there. Green goes by Dr. Green. Apparently lives in a treehouse from looking at her background. And we have seen Frank there. And we also have Sapphire, another one who doesn't go by Doctor, just goes by Sapphire. Looks very similar to our world. We've seen Sapna in the background there. We have in the Indigo universe, Dr. Montoya is an Old West setting. And Kit and Sapna have been seen in the background.
Okay.
I am Indigo Montoya.
Thank you.
Yes.
I wasn't sure it would land.
I was
but
like, is that doctor looking for a six-fingered man?
Doctor's created a six-figure man. I was so stupidly proud of myself for that.
Very good.
It was so good.
Violet, the Violet universe is, oh, wait a minute. I have this as H. Bryan's home. That's not right. E. Bryan. No, it's E. Bryan's home.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So Dr. Violet is there. It's also like kind of a, no, it's not. It's pretty similar to our world, I would say. Home of E. Bryan, Phase Shift, and E. Dalton. There is a black or ultraviolet, like black light, kind of whatever you want to call that. She goes by Dr. Ultra because she's extra. And from the look of it, at first it seemed like it was just nighttime there all the time. And then you realize the stars are moving in her window. And eventually she explains like, oh yeah, I live on the space station.
Oh, yeah.
So, Dr. Ultra.
Love that.
So don't expect everyone to memorize that. I put it in Slack so we can reference that. But
How many Wookiees were in that treehouse? No.
I don't get it. What's the reference? Is it just Wookiees?
Ewoks.
Yeah.
Ewok Village.
Yeah.
No, I don't like Ewoks. I know.
That's
I know.
because how old were you when the Ewoks came out?
Old enough to know better.
Yeah. Oh, they didn't look like teddy bears to you. They just looked creepy.
No, they didn't. No. I did like Ewoks when they came out, and then I got older and I stopped liking them.
Damn.
That's fair.
Also
You realized Ewoks were the real-life cannibals?
Yeah.
Bears?
Creepy.
Yeah, I have less problem with them being creepy, more of a problem of it. Like, it's the same problem we got with Jar Jar. Of like, the silliness was like beyond. It's too hard for me to enjoy.
That
Tone
makes
break.
sense.
Yeah, it did feel like a tone break. So
That's big.
anyway, we've got a breakdown of these 8 other Dr. Lights that we're working with. They haven't really. They decided against any sort of ranking system, and they just have kind of specialization. So they're all kind of working on different things, like different aspects. And like Dr. Green is real focused on like biological impacts, environmental impacts, and stuff like that. I mean, she lives in a treehouse, right? Like, it must enjoy nature to some extent. She lives in nature. So just as an example.
Hell yeah.
Hates it so much.
I just love it if like she actually hates. It's just.
I gotta get close to it and
I
understand
can't
it. so I
stand
can
being here. Let me
destroy it.
finish this research already.
Yeah, I have to understand it so I can defeat it.
Yeah.
Good.
Told you one of them was gonna be evil.
I think Kit does look towards the monitors before they say their next thing and says, "You're not on call with any of the others, right?"
Wait, that's to Dr. Light?
Yeah.
What do you, out of character, what do you mean by on call?
Like they're not on the call.
Oh, no. Yeah. No, there's no call happening right now.
Okay.
She just has her, like, computer. It's just her 12 computer monitors, just that.
Yeah. The first time I did this, it was by 3 points. This is actually encouraging in terms of control.
Well, which 3 points?
2 to 5.
Aha. Right.
Scale.
So if we look at and she launches into this very technical description of how they've been able to sense the Lee scale, right? Nobody really understands the like mechanism of how the brainstem operates, or apparently, I mean, Rise Corp must have done it because they're offering this very reliable service to help people, right? That's really what it's about. They wouldn't promise it if they couldn't.
Yeah, of course not.
But anyway, she goes into this big long conversation about how the advancing from 2 to 5 would be a very different scale of going from like 5 to 6 or 6 to 7. Like it becomes exponentially more intense.
Yeah.
And that's why most of the world, like 90% of our world, are 0 to 2. Right. And then some people, there are some, 3, 4, 5s out there, thousands probably. And then over that, 6, 7, 8, hardly any. There's only a couple hundred 9s in the whole world that have been registered at least.
Right.
So, it stands to reason from her, she's trying to like put your data and match it up with this. And it's like, no, this actually is making a lot of sense.
Sure. Okay. Back down. My skin feels weird. Okay. And I'm gonna try to put myself back down to, I don't know, probably like 7.8, 7.9 kind of thing.
Back to where you were? Okay.
Do I just roll?
You're gonna need to take a die out.
Alright.
Uh-oh.
I don't want to come back down from the clouds.
I'm afraid. I was white to be afraid.
Oh
No.
I can spend willpower to reroll, right?
Yep.
Just one?
Yeah, 1 willpower.
Willpower.
No matches?
I got 2. I mean, I have a wiggle die in it, but I just got 2 6s.
That's a success.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. I'll
That's
take it.
It's not pretty, but you chunk it back down. You watch the meter, and Dr. Light is like, wow, this is incredible, right? Because she's never witnessed this before,
Yeah.
right? So she's watching this lower, and you even like can open your eyes and like, okay, I understand the mechanism of this now, and push a little bit harder to get yourself down to, you can even feel it wiggle a little from like 7, 8, 7, 7. You can like, oh, that's how that works. So you're getting
That's
that like
neat.
fine motor control.
Yeah.
It still is scary as fuck, and I'd like you to roll
Especially
stability.
watching the number.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Stability -1.
It's just like
6.
watching someone go Super Saiyan in person.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
huge scale.
2 4s.
I almost thought I just had 2 ones.
Okay.
I'm also willing to freak out a little here.
Are you willing to go gray at the temples?
Ooh.
Hell yeah, that's hot as fuck. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Jason. Yes,
Okay.
I'm willing to go great
Yeah.
at temples.
And you just, because there's also video of you, and you just see this like, it's not all your hair, but
Mm-hmm.
you just, yeah.
Asking me if I want to be sexier. What the hell? But Kit will freak out at that.
And you can't change that part of your hair.
Ooh.
As you're thinking about, like, you can grow out your hair, you could make your hair fall out, but when you grow your hair, that will always be gray.
The base DNA has changed.
Like, you change from like Kit to Caduceus, and
Yeah,
his
that's
hair
what
is
I'm thinking
also
about. Kit like kind of approaches the screen and starts looking at it, and then like their chest starts rising a little.
That's what hair
faster
dye is for.
than
We're good.
Expected.
We'll be okay.
Oof.
Okay, that's fine. That's fixable.
That is an interesting choice. What is that? Just like a fun thing that Dr.
No.
Light's looking at your hair?
I didn't do that on purpose. That I can't change that, and
Oh,
I
and-
can change everything about myself, but I can't change that
Ooh,
anymore.
interesting. Can we take some more readings?
I think I'm done. I'm
Oh.
I'm fine. I think I'm gonna
Okay.
I'm gonna go for a run. So I'll see you later. And it just like starts removing like all of the pieces that are
Okay.
on them. Yeah.
When you leave, I'm gonna have a little audience moment here.
Mm.
When Kit leaves, Dr. Light is looking up at the things and strokes her goatee with an evil laugh. But is looking at the data, and then like her eyes stay on there as she walks over to her workbench and like moves some things around the phaser that is sitting on a little like cradle there, and opens it up and starts tinkering with it.
I don't like that. Okay. Well, I can do it.
Okay. So the
I go for a run.
the Rise Core incursion. So out of a little meta level here, we'll have to think about is next time Sarah will be out of town. So we'll carry on, but we'll not be able to do the Rise Core incursion next time because also I just want all of you to be here for that.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I
Gonna be
think
running zombie games.
I think it
at
could be
Gen
fun.
Con.
Oh, awesome! Yeah. Plug your Gen Con. So we're gonna just put that off a little bit. There's some prep that has to be done. We have to like get an application in. You have to get through the approval process. You know, all that stuff's happening.
We have to figure out what kind of clothes that Brian likes to feel against his skin. There's
Yep.
a whole shopping montage coming up.
For sure.
Shopping episode.
Yeah. So instead, we're gonna have the intercom at the lodge goes off and says, "Wee woo, wee woo,
Oh,
crisis
serious time.
crisis in the lab, wee woo, wee woo,
Oh no.
crisis in the lab, I guess."
I like this AI. I run down.
Yep.
Yep.
Is
Headed
this
down.
the same day?
Yeah, it's like when you get back from your run
Okay.
and you're like, probably should get in the shower, so you're still like sweaty and gross,
Yeah.
but also hot. So that's
It's the price we pay.
Yep. What are you gonna do? Everyone can see Kit's new hair. And for the record, the assumption should be Kit has done this on purpose, right? Because nothing about Kit's body is accidental so far. So,
Designer.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, you all come downstairs, and Dr. Light is waiting to talk to you. Shocker, Green Streak beat you there.
No, I want to roll off.
Okay, Green Street got 10 tens. Yeah, you all get downstairs, and let me make sure I've got the right color now that I've read all those. It's Dr. Green in the greenhouse.
Mm.
Right? It's easy to remember, I think. So she's the only doctor on the screen. No, not true. And Sapphire. Dr. Green and Sapphire are on screens. And Dr. Light is saying, okay, I think we have our first, we can follow our first interdimensional incursion.
Oh.
And then she looks to the screen and Dr. Green says, I tried to stop him, but our Frank heard what was possible, and I think it pushed him over the edge. He has gone through my teleporter. And that means he should have shown up in someone's teleporter, but no one's saying he came through. So it may be that the teleporters aren't perfect at directing, but my Frank blew up a bunch of stuff and left.
What can your Frank do?
It's mostly these like he can manipulate energy, and it's fairly destructive. He fires these sort of energy blasts.
Where was he
and
trying to go?
For our Frank, she describes a little bit more detail, and it is eerily like Citadel's powers. She also mentions that he can fly. What'd you say?
Where was he trying to go?
Well, we think he's following Brian's lead. Not literally, but
This is not good.
trying to find other Franks.
We have to find him immediately.
Weren't y'all working on a way to figure out where the teleporter ended up when you sent stuff through?
Yeah, but we haven't perfected that yet. I don't, he might be nowhere, but the fact is, he left here. I have footage of him, and she, pulls up another, picture-in-picture of, him, angrily punching a bunch of buttons and then stepping into the teleporter and vanishing.
I do immediately try to sense through the compound if there's another person who matches Chainsaw.
Okay, let's roll.
Yeah. 2 9s, 2 10s, 2 10s.
Okay. You how many dice do you have in your power total?
I have 6 dice, 1 wheel die.
Oh, that's a very long range. Okay, yeah. So about a mile straight up
Wow. Okay.
is another chainsaw.
Here, I feel it. He's here.
Wait. Here.
He's here in a mile radius somewhere. I'm not. It's like feedback coming back. It's hard to triangulate.
Right, well, let's go.
And I imagine you would rush out the door, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, let's go. Let's
Okay.
go find him. I'm
So
definitely a little shaken.
Sapna and Brian, I assume you would follow them, but in that amount of time, these two, let's say, Frank and Kit have made for the door, you two are going to follow them out, but then you hear Sapphire on the screen turn and talk to somebody else, screen no, we already know it doesn't work, don't do it. And you hear Sapna's voice say, fuck you, I'm going. And your teleporter lights up, and
Whoa.
we get Sapna
Whoa.
in a very superhero landing pose. But there's no boom or there's no fanfare or anything. But she stands up and is like, "We're not letting this happen again. Hey."
Nice.
And then she gestures and has this everyone know what a kite shield looks like? She creates this sparking energy kite shield and a sword, and it's this
dope.
it's throwing off sparks. It's actually if like Kylo Ren's lightsaber, like that.
Yeah.
But like the whole thing is that.
Crackly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know. And she just like storms to the stairs. So
You got a cool set.
Okay.
Extra stuff.
I mean, as usual, I am correct. Let's go.
all right. So everyone steps outside.
Yeah.
All right. When you step outside, you hear imposter, and from up above, these
fuck's
just
sake.
energy blasts come crackling down through the air. Yeah, you block these ones, but then the like feel of it, like the texture of this energy against your shields is
Oh,
so
no.
familiar that your shields fail for it. You're not hurt, but like it like blasts right next to you because your shield's winked out.
The sense
Right.
memory.
Yeah, as this like, you know. So will you roll stability, please?
Yeah.
Get that stability roll.
Get it in.
And then we're gonna probably declare some actions.
Whoop.
And fortunately, if we is everyone hard out at 6? By the way, we might if we go a little bit over, it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And also, we understand mods. If you have to go at 6, absolutely, we understand. Don't feel hemmed in by my poor time management.
I have a pair of 10s, actually.
Okay.
But I think even that, with that chainsaw, the panic hits.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes,
The panic.
shook it
The panic
thingy.
is real. How you deal with it is up to you. I mean, you
Yeah.
got 2 10s, which is great. But, yeah. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Brian, you are declaring first.
Yeah, can I get a refresh of what I'm seeing as I'm outside?
Yeah. Chainsaw 2A. Actually, I should put chainsaw green. So you step outside, like right behind him. These blasts just come straight down, right? These just energy blasts, for lack of a better term. And if would Brian have watched any of the footage of the Alpha Sentinels?
Yeah.
Or Alpha Patriot and that like horrible day of okay. So it looks very similar.
Okay.
And this guy who's like lowering his feet are straight down, and he's like lowering down out of the sky, and he is in this like was it black and red, something like that.
Yep.
He is in Citadel armor.
What the
Okay. What did Brian remember our Citadel's ranking being?
Well, he was considered a pinnacle.
Okay.
As far as he did some shit, got a bunch of stuff, and then was never seen again.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Or like
Okay.
he's probably like shown up a couple times, but no one's seen his face. Was never captured, and was mysteriously out of the news for a long time.
Brian's gonna shout as loud as he can. Everybody be careful. This one might be a pinnacle.
Okay.
And he's gonna get ready to jump and tackle, but he's
Yeah.
gonna wait for everybody.
Yeah, you can jump that distance. Okay. Okay, so Chainsaw Green is declaring that he's going to blast Chainsaw Prime. You all can be primes if you want. Everyone's primes in their own story.
Yeah.
That's right.
Chainsaw Prime, what do you want to do?
Well, I want to take him down.
Uh-huh.
Can I get up to him? Or?
Yeah, you could jump a mile. That's nothing.
Cool.
And he is kind of lowering anyway. He's just like casually descending, right? He's not like flying down to you. He's just trying to get a better shot to, shoot past his feet.
I know we're fighting multiversal versions of ourselves, but I would like to take this moment to appreciate that in so many universes, we're friends.
Yeah.
We're all hanging out. That's cute. Anyway,
Except for Brian.
well, Brian was.
There aren't
And then-
many Brians left, is the problem.
There were
Yeah.
probably a lot of Brians hanging out before.
Yeah, I kind of like zip around some of the trees here to like get to an area that I can actually like get out of the trees, and then so I like kind of gather that speed with all the.
Real quick, did you ever follow up with your old publicist, who's the lawn care guy here?
No, he was gone. I think.
Oh, he was gone on like one morning, but he's like still.
I mean, I would have.
A long guy. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That would've
As
been
you race around, you have to like pass the lawnmower, like the riding mower that he's like hiding behind. Like, oh shit!
Hey, Vinny. Yeah.
Oh god!
Good.
What? You're suit. What? You're nothing. You're like in there a split second.
time
And you're
for that.
gone. Yeah. But just for the panel, you know. Okay. This is Sapna. Sapna Sapphire. Sapna Blue. It declares that she's gonna attack him with her energy sword, turning it into a whip.
That's so cool.
That's dope.
Kit.
Hello. What am I doing?
Yeah.
That's a good question. I want to try to web this person's fingers together.
Oh, okay.
I want to freak him out.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So just a trauma check.
Yeah.
Okay.
Be
Cool.
afraid.
Sapna Prime.
I don't know how this works, but I want to do like a combined action with Kid. Ooh, if in Sapna Sapphire.
Sorry, can you say that again?
I want to do a combined action with Kid in Sapna Sapphire if possible.
Okay, what's your idea?
Team move.
I want to use my boom to get up and
Yeah.
carry Sapphire with me
Yeah.
as like a launch situation.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm not super strong
You
normally.
want me to buff you up?
Just a thought.
I'll buff you up. I like that.
Okay, so to change Kit's declaration, I need a leadership role from you.
I also do have to warn you, you now do have to roll when I use my powers on you, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or is that just for attacks?
Oh no, attacks are. I don't think your mod power is traumatic.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just the attack.
Yeah, okay, yeah. The attack is traumatic, not the okay. We're fine. Yeah. Anyway. Leadership role.
That's unfortunate.
Do you
Makes
have
me
leadership?
No.
Oh, what about persuasion?
That I have.
There
Okay.
you go.
We're gonna roll that.
500 dice in persuasion.
Just 7.
You do need 4s or better.
Good thing I got 10s.
Okay.
Ooh.
Sapphire, like, sees what you're kind of like what you're getting at, like clangs her sword against her shield. It mostly makes a weird zap, like a reverberating zap sound, not a clang. But you know, she's like, yeah, let's go. And really, like, there is not an ounce of subtlety about her. She's also like, she's not physically larger than you, but she's buffer than you, right? She's, you know,
She works out.
the Lucy Lawless Sapna. So,
I think you just like whisper something into my ear. I'm like, all right. I got it.
okay. I am fine with all of that. It also means, Sapna, I'll give you the option of, you're going to want your action to happen after their actions. So I'm going to give you that flexibility in initiative of, like, when you roll, you can make sure your thing goes after theirs. And Sapna, or Green Streak declares that he is going to try his, like, throwing weapon, his, like, ball bearings. He's going to try to shoot this guy down. So, yeah, he's actually pretty good at that. All right, let's, everyone know what to roll? Let's roll our dice.
So?
Okay. Chainsaw.
Yeah. Oh, that is amazing.
Burn a willpower to reroll.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna have to. That sounds
Same
like
thing.
it hurt. Actually, I'm gonna take one more down.
Oh, dang.
TMJ. Never get it.
Oh, there's 2 P's in Sapphire. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's Sapphire.
Mm.
And then, oh, Green Streak. Well, it actually only rolls like 3 dice because he's got all these wiggle dice. Cool. 6 9s.
Jeez.
Which is what he
Wow.
was supposed to be doing all this time.
Yep.
You know, just the pinnacle.
Just be faster than everyone else and interrupt shit.
Yep.
Boo! I rolled 2 2s on my first one. Burned a willpower. Rerolled 2 2s.
Oh no!
It was fate.
It's
Which comes out to 3, but
Yeah.
so I have a wiggle die. But
If I'm gonna burn will to do multi actions, do I need to declare now or later?
Well, if you declare ahead of time and take dice out of your dice pool,
No, I mean after the roll.
Post-roll.
Like when will I declare that?
yeah, if you have multiple sets and you want to use them for something, I'd like to know now before we start going through initiative.
Cool. Then I'm gonna use a willpower.
Okay.
And this is 2. Okay. So I'm gonna use 2 willpower. And then my
'Cause you got 3 sets.
yeah, because
Wow.
I've got 2 10s, 2 7s, and 2 5s.
Okay. And what do you want to do with those?
I want to use 2 7s as a defense,
Okay.
and I want to use my 2 5s to attempt to use the sonic part of my boom to blow him off course.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Does everyone else have their dice rolls?
4 9s.
Anyone else have a 7 of a kind?
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Well, just because then I'll go to 6 of a kind. All right. So no one beats 6 9s? All right.
No.
All right.
I'm
So
glad, honestly.
Green Streak, you hear that like rapid fire, like pop, 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 pop of, Green Streak like moving around. He's kind of like dodging. He doesn't really need to because he's so fast. But there are blasts just coming.
Yeah.
This guy's just like raining death, right?
Be a
Just
moving target.
yeah. And he'll stop like pop, 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 and he's just throwing these things. And he does some damage to this guy.
Nice.
He's
all
like,
right.
I should. 9s are chest. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, he like just center mass, just bap, bap, bap. And you see the guy like he's actually like stops firing for a second. It's going to interrupt his attack.
Nice.
Nice.
Because he had 3 10s against our chainsaw, which was not going to be great for you.
No.
And I think we see this like wham, 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 like leading up to you, and then he's like totally thrown off. It doesn't look like he's dying or anything, right? Like the Green Streak did some damage, but he's not like taking him out. Okay.
Cool.
So funny that I was rolling stuff for him wrong. Okay, so Evil Chainsaw's roll is interrupted. Because it's
Good.
9s. 5 of a kinds? 4 of a
4
kinds?
of a kind.
Okay.
4 9s. I jump and I close the range and tackle.
Okay.
I'm gonna ground this guy.
Yeah, so you're gonna grapple with him. Let's do a quick roll off right now.
Okay.
Of just body or brawling.
Brawl.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. And I will say you can immediately feel he is superhumanly strong.
Okay.
Like ridiculously strong. Wait a minute. Yeah.
That's not
Citadel's strong, right?
Well, Citadel was a blaster,
Yeah.
not necessarily strong.
Yeah. I'm gonna retcon that statement. All right. What do you? Wow. What do you got?
I'm gonna spend a willpower, squish down to 3 9s.
Okay. All right, so you're sticking with that?
Sticking with that.
All right. My 4 4s
Mm-hmm.
are going to have me wriggle out of your grasp
Okay.
before you're able to get a good grip.
Ah. Fine.
And it's not that he like pried your arms off of it. You know, he just was like, "Whoa, get off!" and like got out of your grip.
Okay.
Starts flapping like a salmon.
Yeah, before you before you could get a good grip on him, and you're on your way back down
All right.
now. So he's a little wary of that. But that's cool. So like I rolled 4 4s. That was wild.
Amazing.
Okay. Evil chainsaw is his turn's interrupted. He didn't have multiple actions, so he's fucked. Chainsaw prime.
I'm basically doing what Brian just did.
Okay, making an attack.
Yep.
Oh yeah. What did you get on your roll?
3 2s.
Yeah. Okay. Well, 3 2s. I'm out of like defense stuff at this point, so you
Hit him in the leg.
you just crack him in the right knee. And sweep the leg. Now he's flying, so it's minimal. Ultimately, yeah. But you do, yeah. He's
Spins like a top.
You hear this like crack in his leg as he, just.
I
takes
probably
a
can't
hit.
just like grab it and try to drag him back down with me or anything.
No, that we would have to do a grapple instead, and then he gets a chance to get out of it. Well, actually, do you have any other matches?
No.
Okay. Sorry. I would let you do a late multi-action for that, but that's okay.
I just came up like a little bit short and just it just crack on his knee instead of in his chest like I
A
tried.
chainsaw bitch slap is still very effective.
Yeah.
Yeah. That did not go well for his leg.
Sapnifire's next.
Sapnifier.
Oh.
Which I'm pretty excited about that name. That's it. Declare, not initiative. That was 3 of a kind that you had that?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever,
I
3
also have 3
of a kind. Okay, yeah, I'm not till 2 of a kind. So,
3 6s to make Sapna Prime beefy.
oh yeah. So you activate your power. How many dice do you want to put into Sapna's body stat?
So how this would then all my rolls would be without those dice,
Yes.
correct?
Yeah.
How many do you have? 3 days
2.
in body, 2 days in body.
Getting over 5 is a superhuman amount of strength.
Yeah, it just needs to be enough to lift Sapphire Sapna.
Oh, so 4 or 5 strength
yeah,
would be enough.
I'll give you 2 dice so that you're at a 4. Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, you feel the swole. You actually kind of like match Sapnifier now.
I like
He's
it.
like, "Do you lift?" Like, well, is this hot? Is it? Is it weird?
That's the question every time.
Is it school? Like,
Look, do you have different life experiences? Question mark?
yeah.
I don't know.
I hope so. But,
Yep. Okay. So, yeah, that happens. So you get beefed up. Other 3 of a kinds. Okay, that's good. It's actually really good that Sapnifier had a really low roll. What'd you want to do?
I want to grab her, bounce up,
Yeah.
so that she can attack on that level.
Yeah. Okay. So you were able to bounce up. What were the matches you got?
I got 10 7s and 5s.
Right. Your 7s were defense. Luckily, you didn't need them this time, but it was not a bad idea.
And I figured since I had all these matches,
Well, you don't know. Like, I happened to get 3 10s with Evil Chainsaw that got interrupted, but he could have had 3 more matches or something. You never know. He just had a terrible, terrible roll.
and since I'm going up there with him,
Yeah. You bounce up there, you take Sapnifier with you, and are also like you're like doing a lot of stuff all at once, and you do get she looks at you just like, wow, you're amazing. What is the panel close up like? What is that expression for Sapna?
I would die. Sapna is like simultaneously like, fuck yeah, I am, and also this is so weird.
Yeah, she
Like-
definitely has like way more cheerleader vibe than you've ever even considered in your life.
It's
Uh,
like,
It's the wildest version of positive self-talk.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's just like, yes, and also mind on the prize.
Then she gets to go on 2x1, which is perfect for this. Gets up there, like swings her sword around, and it like turns bendy and grabs his left leg. And it's not the one you smacked, but you know that's fine. He's got one bad leg and one is like lassoed now.
Can we say, since I have this 2x5 and I wanted to use it to like throw him off,
Yeah.
that
Oh,
It's
you're
like-
attacking him with the 2x5. That's your attack?
it's not, I'm not trying to do damage.
Okay.
I'm trying to hit him off balance.
Yeah.
So what I actually want to do with it is to have him like flip over
Yeah.
so he is feet overhead.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he's
It's pure flavor at this point.
Sure.
I just it's funny.
yeah, that's totally fine. And she, gets the whip on his leg, sword whip, because that's cool as hell. And okay, that's our end of Two of a Kinds as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I did forget that the AC turns off at 6.
It's okay. It's
Um,
being handled.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Producers. Okay, so then we are back to declarations.
Woo.
So, Brian?
Is he still in the air?
Yeah, but he's pretty low. He's like 600 meters up.
I'm gonna do a jumping punch. Forget wrestling with this guy. I'm just gonna jump and punch.
Okay,
Yep.
great. Evil Chainsaw / Citadel is...
Actually, I'd like to declare special hand-to-hand maneuver knockdown, which
Yeah.
is -1 to my pool when I roll.
Oh,
That's
to
what I
like
want to do. Yeah.
body slam him back down to the
Mhm.
ground. Okay, I love that.
Oh yeah. Those maneuvers.
Cool. He you know what actually he's gonna declare is a defense round and escape the sword whip. Hopefully more quickly than him getting punched to the ground. Chainsaw Prime or Sentinel.
Think I'm going to. Well, I kind of want to. I can see everyone's trying to take him down,
Yeah.
trying to bring him to the ground. So I'm going to wait for him to get to the ground, and then I'm just going to do my my big move through.
Oh yeah. I mean you can jump and do that too.
Can I?
Yeah. Yeah, you can jump hundreds of meters.
You just said he's pretty low to the ground. He's only 600 meters up. And
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a really long way
No. You can jump that
for
way.
normal people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's your super strength. Your telekinetic jump is that.
All right.
It's actually about the range of your jump is 600 or 800 meters, something like that, but it's within your range, absolutely. So we're doing the Negasonic,
Yes.
Right,
Gin and
last-
tonic middle-aged boar's head.
yeah.
There.
It's a dumb name. Okay, Sapna
Sounds
Fire.
refreshing on a summer day. So
Yeah, it does sound good. So Sapna Fire declares she is going to multi-action defend Sapna and try to whip him into your attack, which is also downward, which is also like she's basically doing a help action. It is also defending you. So feel free. You have that knowledge of like you don't have to use a defense action if you don't want to, assuming she succeeds at her defense. Kit.
I want to take my knife, and
Ooh.
it seems like this is very well in hand right now. Like, who knows what the tide could turn to? But I want to make his blasts come from his hands, right?
Yeah.
I want to make a pair of like really intense handcuffs.
Wait, did we miss you like doing a web on his hands?
Yes, because I ended up doing Sapna's action.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay. So, sorry, tell me what you wanted to do again?
I want to try to turn the knife into some handcuffs.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Then he starts shooting
Wow.
from his butt.
No!
Ah!
You forgot we're on Cartoon Network.
All right, Sapna Prime.
Okay. I think that that would be rude. Just throw Sapphire into this whole thing, especially with since I know the warhead is coming. Like I don't want.
Yeah. Well, she's guarding you.
Yes, but I don't want to throw her into it.
Oh.
That would be bad. But I think that I'm gonna do a controlled boom at him.
Okay.
At Green.
Yeah.
At Mr. Green
Mm-hmm.
to aid into all of this
Yeah.
business.
Okay. I do love a group action. This is great. Now, what's it called when like the union does a like industrial action? I'll think of it. All right, Green Streak declares. Let's see. I think it's too dangerous for him to throw ball bearings into this mess.
Someone's gonna get an eye taken out.
Yeah. Like everybody is
I mean, I would look
converging
awesome
and
with an eye patch, though.
yeah.
So-
He just I like a bad roll. I would have to do something. So, he's going to he's clearing a spot. He's like doing a like tornado run to create a like let's get him in a spot where we can like bury his feet or something, right? He's
Yeah,
like
good.
digging down into the ground to like make some space to like
yeah,
tackle this
I
guy.
like it.
So he's like,
Away.
aim for this.
Away from the compound.
Yeah. He's like between the lake and the house. Just like away from the house a little bit. He's like, in the hole. Let's roll dice.
I would be using biokinesis to change the knife, correct? I have one die in the knife to like use it.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah, you're putting your biokinesis dice into the knife and then rolling that.
Ah, fuck.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna take a nap.
How many willpower do you have left?
Time for a nap.
Oh, okay.
Because
Just enough for now.
I already worked on myself today, which took down a good amount. So,
Uh-oh.
Enge, your power is 4 10s, right? On that one?
5. Used to be 4.
I am gonna spend another 2.
Okay. Green Streak's on 7 by 10, but that's, a separate thing. So it doesn't really affect anyone. 4 of a kinds? 5 of a kinds?
He's got
5.
5 of a kind. Okay.
Yeah, I have 5 hard
Oh,
dice.
right. Yeah, sure do. Okay, so my defense roll. Oh, yeah. Sorry. So his defense roll was 2 by 10. So you only get 3 of those.
Okay.
But that's fine. That's
Right.
That's
It
why
is
you have
in
so many.
golf, so
Yeah. Okay. Great. So yeah, you leap up there, blast him. He. Now you also wanted to bring him kind of straight down. Was that?
sure, if I can come up,
Yeah. You can arc and then
boom,
like
and then
hit him on the other end of the parabola.
Mhm.
Yeah. As you just sort of like elbow drop from the apex and you explode. He's fired straight downward. He's not knocked out, but you just see this like he's like thrown backwards down towards the ground. His leg is sword whipped. He's there's a lot of bad stuff happening.
Did I just mess up all of my
No.
friends stuff?
That's
Okay.
fine. It's all compatible.
Chainsaw with the steel chair.
Yeah. Chainsaw is ready.
Oh yeah, chainsaw, brother.
There it is. Okay, 4 of a kinds?
I have 4 7s.
Okay. To which one was that?
It's the Sonic Boom attack.
Right. Okay, but I've already used up my defense dice.
Oh
That's
no.
so unfortunate for you.
Dang it.
Why didn't you think about
Do you want
that?
to change it to something else though?
Yeah.
Because that might hurt me.
You know,
Being considerate.
thinking about it, but no.
Okay.
No,
so,
I find the fact that this dude not only came here like looking for a fight, but this ain't the first time he's come here looking for a fight.
No.
Also called our chainsaw an imposter, and I take more offense to that than anything.
I mean,
That's
everybody's the hero of their own story.
The thing that comic fans are really going to be mad about is how did Citadel get here last time?
I mean, Citadel. The assumption that Sapna has made is that Citadel has been working with Evil Brian the whole time.
Oh, yeah, that would explain it.
And maybe they had a
In all
falling
the
out.
realities, we're friends.
And maybe they had a falling out or whatever, but this asshole
Yep.
is a fucking traitor.
Yep. Okay. So, what'd you hit? 4 7s?
And
Is
it's
it-
Engel.
Engulf? Okay. So 4 7s, he does have some armor left. But yeah, he's like explodes down. You hit him from below, just buffeting him with this blast of sound. What does it sound like? Just booms?
I think that Sapna screams profanities.
Oh, sure.
The
Just-
power
yeah.
the power of my fucks
Yeah.
knows no bounds.
Behold.
Behold the power of my fucks.
That's what people say about Sapna. Okay, so then that goes off. That's 4 of a kind. Any other 4 of a kinds? 3 of a kinds?
3 10s.
Wait, no. I would
Okay.
have 4 of a kind, but I'm choosing not to.
Okay.
My
Oh.
mental health.
Okay.
Self-care is important, even in
okay.
a fight.
3 of a kind?
3 of a kind, 3 10s.
All right,
To
to...
knock him down.
Oh, yeah, to get up
Special
there.
action.
Yeah, this is great. You guys are juggling this guy, right?
Oh, it's like hacky sack.
The blast shoved him down. Sapna's blast kind of buffeted him back up, and then Brian's, just hammer fists down onto this. And it's embarrassing, except he's holding up to it,
Sure he is.
right?
Yeah.
Like, he has stood up to 3 just massive attacks after getting hit by Green Street,
yeah.
right? So
He's very
just-
powerful. don't
let's
get
be
me wrong.
aware
But
that
getting juggled can't be good for anyone.
no,
Right.
even his like confidence.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
like one of those like
Paddleball.
yeah, because
Yeah.
he's attached.
I was really
by the
hoping that's
sword
what
whip.
that hand gesture was going to be.
Yeah, sorry. I just couldn't think of like you like hit the
Sure.
thing with
Yeah.
the thing.
Yep. Yeah. just
Um,
like that.
Because you've got the sword whip holding onto his leg.
Yeah. That's
as he's
about
getting
to
all of this,
get
like,
real bad.
back up and down.
Yeah. Okay, Brian. So yeah, you just hammer fist this guy, like send him straight to the ground.
Yeah. As I
Um,
close in, I kind of like I lean way into the punch and I get up close to his face and I just say next to his ear, "You have to spend your next action trying to get up onto your feet and roll an athletics check."
Okay. Amazing. Brian / Deadpool. Okay, so quick aside, I did have somebody play Demigods with me one time where I was running the game, and they're like, "Can I be the child of the Herald?" And so the Herald is the DM in Demigods. And I was like, "Do you mean, yeah, he's like the concept of the Herald, like he knows he's an RPG character?" And
You want to be dead.
yeah, like, oh, this is, no one had done that in all of my playtests, and I was very excited about
You
it.
know what? Gwenpool.
Yeah.
That's what we need.
Yep. Okay.
Also,
So
he takes 1 shot.
it takes more than that from your strength. Yeah. That is, no, those were 10s?
Those are 10s, 3 10s.
Oh, that's to his head, though. Uh-oh.
This is it.
I break his helmet.
Yeah. Yeah, you do. And he looks dazed and is now free falling. Like his fall, it was always like governed by the fact that he could fly. And then you hit him and it's like the pressure breaks and he just drops.
Okay, I like to declare a multi-action. I'll spend the willpower. I'm gonna use my 2 8s to roll him so that he lands on me.
Okay, well, hold on. Your first action was on 3 of a kind, right?
Right.
Okay, so let's check in 2x10s.
Not 2x10s.
Okay, Sapna Fire has 2x10. But I think in his like plummeting to the earth, she's gonna just like, oh, that was her protect. Never mind. 2x10 was protect.
Okay.
So she protect. 2x8.
Yeah. I'm gonna roll him on top, and I'm gonna have him land on me to like cushion the blow. I don't want to kill him.
Well, it won't kill him to hit the ground. But if you want to do that, that's fine.
I don't. Yeah,
Brian doesn't know that
Yeah.
necessarily.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
I mean,
Great.
that was like how close was that punch to like totally taking him out?
Pretty close.
Okay, then yeah, Brian's gonna play it safe. He's gonna he doesn't want him to go out that way.
Yeah, I mean, it's the fact that you hit him in the head that was a big deal.
Yeah.
Right, but his helmet is substantial.
Okay.
Like you didn't dent the helmet,
Right.
which is
Okay.
worth noting.
Okay.
Okay,
But that was
it's-
like I rung that bell pretty
you
hard.
did. It almost kind of would be better if the helmet dented a little, but instead
just
it's like
Recursive bong.
rattle the bucket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're ringing a bell.
My next one is 2x5.
I'm a 2x5.
You go.
I make handcuffs.
Oh yeah. Okay, and actually I think this is perfect because he's so dazed right now.
Yeah.
That you've got him in a kind of like reverse, but you've got a bear hug from behind, right?
Dead drop.
And you flick your knife up there, and it forms into the like, it's like double boxing glove.
Yeah, it honestly could be like,
Yeah.
it's forming around.
Yeah. Get around the hands, and then Sapna Fire on her 2x5 attack forgoes her attack because it's like her attack was like throw him to the ground.
Yeah.
Like we got that.
He's
accomplished.
doing that.
Yeah, that's under control.
Gravity will do that on its turn.
Okay, let's declare another round. Oh, did I miss anyone? Evil Chainsaw has a 2x1 that he doesn't get to use.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, let's do it again.
Poor guy.
What a bummer. Are we getting a little bit more back and forth in this fight?
Mhm.
Does this feel good? Okay, I think I've cracked it. Okay, Brian.
Yeah. Just a straight up regular punch to knock him out, not kill.
Yep. Okay, just fist fight.
Mm-hmm.
Evil Chainsaw declares he's going to take this like hypo from his pocket.
He has to
and-
spend the turn getting up on his feet because of knockdown.
Oh, then he's going to stay on the ground.
Yeah.
And
Also,
And he has to. I think he has to roll agility to get up.
well, hold on now. All right. Yeah, his turn is going to be to try to get his hands
spend
free.
one round or one action with an athletics roll.
Okay, I think he's just going to stay on the ground until
Okay.
he wants to get up,
Okay.
and then I'll do athletics then.
Nice.
Right now, he's going to try to blast this thing off his hands. Also, Kit, before you declare,
yeah.
you have a sudden like ice water in the gut realization that if he obliterates this piece of metal, it's going to cost you willpower
Ooh.
that you had no way of knowing before.
That's
God.
so rude.
But you're attuned to
A
it.
part of you is destroyed.
If that helps, that like it's similar to attunement.
Sure.
So
How bad are we talking?
it'll be width.
Oh my God.
So
Every day I spend baseball.
Now, however, this I'm assuming I'm treating this medal as having like 4 health, right? So he would have to get like 4
It
10s.
does have a. Didn't we put a quality on it that
Yeah.
is really hard to kill?
Yeah,
essentially?
most focus have like 2 boxes, and I think this has 4 boxes.
Yeah.
And I'm saying because of the material, he has to get like 8s, 9s, or 10s to break it.
Sure.
So he has to get 4 of those
You know what?
to break through.
I narratively love this, so I'm not going to take any defensive action against this.
Ooh,
Okay.
God.
We'll come back to you. Yeah, so Chainsaw Green is declaring break free of that and nothing else. He's not multi-actioning. Oh, technically he's also defending. He has a free defense thing that he can do, just so everyone knows. Chainsaw. Sentinel.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna walk back over to where he is and just ready to knock him out. But I also think I'm kind of stunned.
Do you have to hesitate?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. If you want to do the attack roll and just give yourself like -2 to the dice pool,
Sure.
does that feel good?
Yep.
Or do you want to do a stability check first?
Yeah,
I'll just
stability.
do a
Let's
free
do
stability check. Let's see. If you can get 8s or better,
There's no such thing as a free stability check.
if you get 8s or better, there's no penalty.
2s.
Okay.
Ouch.
So you can make the attack, but you're going to be at -2.
All right.
I love you putting that up for a choice. I wasn't going to penalize you in that way, but I was going to ask you how you feel about punching yourself in the face. So,
Yeah, I think I'm a little bit just taken aback by like
yeah.
actually staring at myself.
Yeah, and I think too we're getting the the Citadel helmet covered his face fully, and Brian's punch actually did. I want to retcon that. It's the like Vader part of the face, like that much of the helmet was cracked away, and we can see that those features of your face in there. So that's a good moment. I like that. Sapnifier is okay, so you can tone check me on this if you want for our game, but Sapnifier is putting away her shield, turning her sword upside down, and just javelin to the ground with him in her sights.
Going in for the kill is what
Yeah.
you're saying?
Yeah. Unless
See,
you...
but Chainsaw should do that so he gets the powers. I'm just joking. I mean,
Well-
technically he still will because he's the... Well,
It's,
we don't...
It's complicated.
It's complicated, but he'll still get
Hashtag it's
some.
complicated.
If I see that happening, I will change my action.
Well, she gets to declare after you.
right.
That's the whole sense order thing.
Right.
So-
So it's are we comfortable with it?
Yeah, it's as players, are we okay with her doing a kill shot?
As a player, I'm okay. Brian hates this.
Yeah, okay. I'm okay with our characters hating it because it's dark, right? But Sapnifire's been through some shit too. And
I have no idea what happens in Sapphire World.
yeah. So are we this is okay tonal wise? Tonally?
I'm comfortable as
Thank
a
you for
player.
checking in.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So that's her. She is like negating her defense and full attack, and not pulling her punch.
She's less hot to me now.
Yeah. Sorry.
Bummer. So sorry.
Kit.
Sapna finds other Sapna a little hotter right now.
Yeah. I was side eyeing you.
Yeah.
I just want to take this turn to I think Kit is suddenly gets that feeling in their gut and is suddenly like weirdly afraid of, oh no, how powerful is this person? Heard Brian say we might be dealing with a pinnacle, and it's just gonna spend the turn to scan and try to see what power level this person
You've
might be at.
already scanned him.
Oh god, I have.
You know you wouldn't be able to turn his brainstem up anymore.
Oh yeah. Oh god. Cool. I was gonna say no, I don't want to fuck with the brainstem, and then I realized what
Pinnacle
you
confirmed.
said.
Yeah.
Pinnacle confirmed.
Yep.
Um.
That's probably the one thing you could tell for like if someone's a pinnacle and the dial is like hitting the wall, like
Yeah.
yeah, there's nothing more you could do
Right.
in that direction. But there's like this whole other direction. I forget what it's called.
Yeah, what is it?
There's up, and then
dials
there's
go
like
up.
right,
And there's not up.
yeah, I don't, there's like a word for it.
Sideways.
Yeah, I
What's
don't know.
the other of increase?
Unincrease. I think.
That's
that
like
like
flammable,
inflammable?
unflammable.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Now here's the
Uncrease?
thing.
Sorry, I know we're
No,
making
no,
a joke
the
about
riffing
a
was
serious
helpful.
decision.
Thank you. Here's the thing: is that we haven't really talked much about like getting ahead is for heel heads.
Yes.
Is that what I would use in this case, or
I
am I
think
using
so.
my biokinesis?
I think
Okay.
for an aggressive like brainstem situation,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's probably getting ahead.
Now we don't have that affecting my willpower.
No,
Okay,
it's not currently.
I'll do it.
You already paid the willpower for the scans and the knowledge, and like
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
right there.
Yeah, and I'm scared.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think it's probably appropriate and healthy to admit that.
Mm-hmm.
Stability.
I'm
roll?
scared. I don't even think I'll roll stability.
Ooh,
I'm just
yeah.
scared. Yeah.
Go in raw. Hell
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay. Sapna?
Obviously, let's go of Sapphire.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how this works, but like, I'm super strong right now,
Mm-hmm.
ish,
Well, you're
comparatively to my normal.
yeah. You're twice as strong as you usually are. You're not in superhuman strength area.
No, but like, can I aid Sapphire's attack by doing kind of like a throwdown situation?
Like to accelerate her?
Mm-hmm.
Huh? Yeah. I love that. You need to roll a higher width than she gets on her attack so that your aid happens first.
Great. And I'm just gonna roll my 4 body dice at that point.
Well, I figured you were using your power to accelerate her.
Oh, I can do that. Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
great if I could do that. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then I
It's
shall.
like the opposite of flying. You're unflying her.
Yes. Cool.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense to me.
I love it.
Green streak. There's like so much happening, and he is aware of everything because he's watching this in slow motion.
So fast.
I totally forgot that I was gonna have to declare for him. Sorry, I'm recalculating.
Is he gonna let a murder happen on
I
his
know he has to
property?
decide. He's
I mean,
fast
you say
enough.
a murder,
Yeah, I mean, it's,
but it's like a self-defense.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Let's see. He's created this like indentation to land this guy. Actually, I think I think it is going to be a little bit of a crisis. He's going to roll stability
Yeah.
on his turn because is he going to sanction a kill? Right? It's not a murder, but it is a kill, and he has never had to decide this before.
And at this point, intervening also could mean that he gets hurt himself because
Yeah,
you
there's
could
so
stop
much
someone,
happening.
but-
Yeah.
Does he want to try to tackle Sapphire out of the way?
Right.
You know, like I'm gonna roll. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna multi-action him. He's gonna roll stability, and depending on that roll, he'll either do nothing or tackle Sapphire out of the drop.
I guess this is also a question I have as a player because like we've done all these other attacks. He stood up to them, not fine,
Yeah.
but mostly
Oh,
fine.
no, he's taking a bunch of damage. I'm
Okay.
just not announcing how much damage he's taken.
It's just like I'm like, how much do we know that he's like really damaged versus because he just took hits from your big power and your big power and my big power.
And they're talking about, within shock and killing, so that would be like 4 shock and 4 killing, or 5 shock and 5 killing. But he has armor that's reducing that, so he's taking 1 or 2 at a time. So yeah, he's taking a bunch of damage. Your head can only take 4 things.
Yeah.
which
right?
like I guess that because that was my question. It's
All
like
things
okay, so he
factor in.
took 3 and then another 4
Yeah,
and then
the
another
direct
4.
shot to the head is why he's falling out of the sky right
Yeah.
now. But he is not out. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
so
just
he's-
like questioning, I guess, as a player, whether like Sapphire hitting with the sword is going to kill him.
Your character could very well have that as a fair question.
Mm-hmm.
He has taken a lot of punishment and does look like his knee looks fucked up. he's, there's like a laceration where the whip was on his leg. His face is all bloody. Like he looks like he's in bad shape, but he's also not out. So
You could make the assumption either way.
Yeah.
I guess.
He's bloodied at least.
yeah, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure, he's like barely hanging on. So yeah, Green Streak is gonna multi-action and like have to roll his stability and see what happens.
Makes sense.
So let's roll. Oh yeah, I'm blowing up my restraints. Kit, what did I say I had to get?
Interesting. 8s, 9s, or 10s?
What about 6s?
I don't think you said 6s. I don't think you said that.
I do not. Oh, I do have a wiggle die. Okay.
This is going to be strange.
Well, then I don't like it.
I love it. I succeeded, but not.
But not where you think.
Thank
Thank you, Enge.
Yes.
Enge, take 1 XP. Not your character. You
Just
take
me.
Yeah. Okay,
I'll put it in my hair.
Uh-oh. Okay. Well,
How many did she get? Like, with
oh,
what's-
3.
okay, perfect.
3 of a kind. Is that cool?
Yeah, because I.
'Cause you need to go first.
Mhm.
So do you have a 4 of a kind?
With my, like, my width goes
Okay.
+1, so yes, that
Okay.
works.
Then
I
I
will
will-
definitely go first.
Then I'll boost
Oh.
her damage. Okay, now my stability check, which is, oh, that's still the right number of dice. I don't think 3s are good enough in this situation. I think he hesitates. Yeah.
I think he holds himself together, but it takes the time to
Yeah,
do that. Yeah.
Like he comes to that that halt, and
Right.
the wind passes by, and for him this is all happening in slow motion, but he's also agonizing, like, and he's just watching this meteoric fall, of like I don't know if I should interfere, like, yeah, we just have that moment of him like
Yeah.
having to make a decision, and he's stuck. He just can't act. Okay. I have 3s of a kind.
3s.
I have 4 10s.
4 10s is a lot. Okay, is that first?
3 9s.
Okay.
Just have 2s.
3 4s.
All right. So then I'm gonna add 2 shock and 2 killing to her attack, which is a lot. So then somebody have 3 10s, 3 9s.
3 9s.
I also have 3 9s. What's your coordination?
I don't have very good coordination, I don't think.
It might matter
Where
in
is
this
it?
case.
I have 3 dice in coordination.
Okay, so I would go before you.
Okay.
What was your action?
I'm just gonna punch him out.
Oh yeah, okay. So, but you weren't gonna try to like defend him from her.
Brian doesn't know. He has.
Yeah,
He
okay.
doesn't. Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, you punch him. 9s are chest, right? So you just like thump him real hard on the chest, and then Sapphire Sapna falls out of the sky and spears him through the middle. I'm gonna say it's not through the heart. It's a little lower, so we don't know what's happening yet. But her sword like crackled, sliced through. Yeah. So that's what's happening, and then you get your attack as well. Yeah.
Do I hear anything?
No.
Right. Fuck.
Oh, wait a minute. I understand what you're asking.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Roll Death Rider.
Sure. Okay. 2 10s.
You can hear it coming, like a train.
You're coming.
Okay.
Like, I do have a wiggle die in this now, so it is a little more
Yeah.
tuned as I've been practicing.
Yeah, it's coming. It's like building up to the point where you'll be able to hear it.
Mhm. Cool.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I am going to interrupt his 3x6 and 2x8. He's not going to get to do those, so he doesn't even get to set up. There's this like energy building up under there, and then it just goes out, and he's like, and falls back with his hands on his chest. And yeah, that's happening. Okay, 3x8 or lower. Anything else to resolve?
Oh, I have 3 4s,
Okay.
but if I think he's out,
It does seem like it. He's got a sword through his chest.
yeah,
Or-
I think
belly.
Chainsaw just, oh shit, like, fuck. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, if that was Citadel, and I'm pretty sure it was,
Yeah. Like
this is not how I expected it to go down.
and now, like, how much did Chainsaw watch the footage of the original Citadel attack?
Probably never.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Pretty traumatizing.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, for the audience, we're seeing close-ups of little details on the armor that are just like unmistakable.
Could
Right.
there be a cool dent from when Sigma Scope fired his soul
Yep.
bullet?
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Yep. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff that never fully came out of that. And we could see the little like insignia and this like stylized C and all this kind of stuff are like 1000%. This is the Citadel, the one who attacked New York.
Oof.
Um,
I don't feel so bad about killing this guy now.
and I'm going to take us out of initiative.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sapna Sapphire stands up and just like her sword just evaporates and there's this like cauterized wound. Basically like if he got stabbed by a lightsaber.
Yeah.
And she just folds her arms and is watching him.
Yeah, Kit is doing the same. Kit rolled 2 2s on turning down his power. So I don't think, I mean, it's technically a success, but I don't think it did much. Especially on a pinnacle.
But it does do something. It has to.
Yeah.
You should see if it worked or not, at least.
Yeah.
I think I'm just kind of staring right now in the same way that Sapna Sapphire is because I haven't fully heard that he is dead. And I am for the first time. Usually I jump into action trying to help.
Yeah. I wanna get a feel for this. We have all of us standing around looking at this guy laying in the dirt.
Yeah, I definitely look over at Kit like,
Yeah, I think that's.
is he
Is he about to get back up?
is he dead?
And I scan like I've never scanned before.
Okay. But you're not healing.
Not yet.
Okay.
First assess.
I've got some dens there.
Okay. Yeah, I mean the status you can tell with great detail exactly what's wrong. I don't want to get gross with
Yeah.
it, but like, yeah, there's all this internal damage, and he is like seconds ticking away. 3, 2, 1, and you hear the noise, that like burst of static sound, and Chainsaw. I need you to roll stability. 1, because you just saw Doppelganger die, but that's not the main reason.
Welcome to your powers.
2 4s.
That's not good enough. Let's see. I think Chainsaw seems really consistent about trying to protect everyone all the time.
Yeah.
So when energy starts machine gunning out of your hands, is it safe to assume you would just like try to point them anywhere?
Yeah. Like away, down at the ground.
Punch
Yeah,
him
okay.
into the ground, maybe.
Into the lake.
No, that's where the fish
Oh,
are.
yeah. Okay, so yeah, you are like boom, 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 boom. It's like if Cyclops took his mask off.
Put me out, Kit! Put me out!
Fuck, this is gonna fuck me up. Yeah, I do it.
Okay. So this is just a knockout roll, right?
Yeah.
You're trying to target the head, to just like switch out the lights?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Not turn down powers.
This is. Oh, but is it head again? Since or am I trying to hit the head?
You're targeting. Yeah, I mean, you're trying to knock him out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that
it's
would
an attack.
that would be a head attack. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I got 2 10s. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's 2 shock and 2 killing. But I mean, you're pulling your
I already
punch.
have
Like,
1 shock.
yeah, that's fine. You weren't gonna kill him, but I'm just saying like that is enough to fill the head boxes, especially since you're not defending yourself.
Yeah.
So yeah, you just you go out and chainsaw collapses in the dirt, and I think that's where we have to close it.
Yeah.
I am at 1 willpower. If I had gotten any more matches, 0.
Wow.
All right, and also Sarah will be missing you next week. Give some thought if you have some ideas of where you definitely want Kit to be.
Absolutely.
It seems like there are plenty of reasons why Kit might not be immediately available.
It's in a very long session of therapy.
Yeah. But
Therapy camp.
But I think our goal is to maybe try to take on Rise Core next time, or no, we were going to put that off.
Yeah, because I have to.
We want Kit to be there for
turn
that.
down.
Cool. So we'll just have all kinds of fun stuff to do next time.
Yeah.
It's also, I gotta work the numbers on this, but your powers are more potent, Chainsaw.
Oh my.
So that's a situation I'm gonna have to make sure I do the numbers correctly on, but that's it. We're no longer all in sync power-wise. So it's more of a
We have 2 Pinnacles now.
more of a Backstreet Boys situation than a, sorry.
We are back.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so, yeah, that chainsaw's down. Folks, thank you for joining us for episode 10 of Pinnacles here on Happy Jack's RPG. My name is Jason. I have been your guide, continue to be, and, just your overall life coach. And I'm not qualified. I'm just kidding. That's a joke. You can follow me on, I'm just going to keep calling it Twitter for now, Twitch and Twitter at It's Probably Okay until I escape from that hellhole. But follow me on Twitch at least. I'm doing fun stuff over there. If you go to probablyokgames.com, you can check out my game, Demigods, and let me know if you like it. If you don't like it, you don't have to let me know. That's okay.
Hi, I'm Pooja. I'm much less morally great than my character Sapna. And you can find me posting wholesome things like photos of my cats on the internet as Forgotten Saves. Currently in most of the places, including the new Blue Sky.
I'm waiting for my invite. Maybe it's come.
I've got 2
But it would
codes.
cost.
I'll hook you up.
Oh, yeah? Okay, cool.
Oh, it's me now. Hi, I'm Sarah. I go by Sarah's Coffee everywhere on the internet, except for Instagram, where I'm Sarah_coffee, and Blue Sky, where they make you put a lot of things after your name. But it's essentially the same. I'm gonna be at Gen Con next week, which is why I'm not here. So if you're also there, give me a shout, say hi, I don't mind. Just, wash thy hands, wear thy mask, etc. And
don't touch people.
And don't touch people. I've had that problem before. Yes. I'm also going to be running some games. I don't think any of them are open anymore, but wouldn't it be cool if you're in one? Who knows? It might happen. So.
Again, I was Jason with an H, body snatching Joku, who has been playing Brian with an H. You can find me by going to joekou.card.co. That's CARRD.
Fun note, Jason with an H's body snatches are all with permission. That's fun.
And we're yeah.
I'm Enge. You can find me on the internet at John Enge, JONENGE.CARRD.co.
All right. And that's it for us. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.